Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us today. I know this is a day that we normally don't come on here, but we're here. We're going to rock it today. We're going to talk about some of the speculations, allegations, rumors, theories, all of that in the Cash Gernon case, you guys, down there in Dallas, Texas. Today is May the 25th, 2021. I want to share some things with you. If you're new in the house, please let us know. Thank you for showing up. I know we got new people coming in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell for notifications. So when we upload a video or we do a pop-up, just like what we're doing right now, you'll get notified. You don't have to wait and figure it out. You're going to enjoy being a part of this family, you guys. We are huge and we are growing. We are growing. Can't nobody stop it. I don't care what you do. You're not going to stop it over here. Anyway, we are shouting out a channel called Hold Your Power. And as a family, you guys, I need you guys to come on and help us get that number that we need. And I thought I said we were trying to get 20, but what I really was trying to get up to is that person to the 400 mark. We're almost there. We got I think it was 265 or something. So the link is in the chat to Hold Your Power. It's a motivational channel that is new. It has started a long time ago, but now that the COVID is over with and things is going great, they're back motivating people. You're going to need that someday in your life. I'm just telling you, you get on the YouTube, you want something good, you want something powerful, you want some advice, you can click on that channel when you're down and out. And actually, she interacts with the people that's over there. So if you got a question, you put it in the comment section and she will get back with you And that's what she does for a living. It's not a channel where you go buy this or you go buy that, or you know what I'm saying? It is for the people. So I want you guys to make sure. Hold on. Hey, this is SP. I'm live right now.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'm so busy. I'm still doing funeral stuff. And my voice is going. I can't even talk.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted you to know that I was live. So you know, just in case you didn't know.
I did.
That's okay. That's okay. So, Jyrgio, we were just trying to figure out when did you want to come on and clear your name?
I honestly don't know right now because my voice is going, like I said.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to do with funeral stuff. So
okay.
I angry at the same time. So I'm so sorry, but as soon as I do have time, I promise you I will contact you. It's just been a lot. I still have to deal with my baby and my kids going to school. It's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
I know it is. You take your time. You're going to get you some lemon juice or something and heat it up.
Yeah, I'm drinking tea right now. I've been doing everything. But it's hard because I'm going city to city. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to protect my voice. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah. So have you guys got a date for the service?
Well, right now they're keeping everything private. Everything's private.
Okay.
And they're still planning, so we don't. You know.
Right.
Yeah, so we don't. That's why.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so do you want me to text you or call you? What? Let's wait.
I say it's like probably Thursday night. Call me or text me because I see texts. I can't see calls like that because I get so many. It'd be bill collectors calling me and the news, my mama and my cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to look for people to talk to them. So I can forget about you. It's a lot, and I'm sorry. That's how it is, though. You know.
Right. I know.
I never knew life would be like this. I never knew any of this, and it's hard. I'm not okay. I gotta get help. I gotta get healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I gotta get my voice back. I gotta get my weight back. I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. So it's a lot to do. And then, like I said, my phone was dead. Like my phone dies, and then it's a lot.
Right. Okay.
I'm sorry, but please call me and text me Thursday night. Yes.
Okay, I will do.
All right.
You take care. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, so much. God bless you.
God bless you too.
All
right. Bye-bye. That was Amari's dad, you guys. I did let him know that we were live. So, anyway, let me see where we at. Yes, prayers to Jyrgio and his family and what's going on there. They're trying to get the services together, he said. You guys heard the whole conversation, so I don't have to repeat it. Anyway, what was I going to say? He is a really good guy. He really is, you guys. And make sure you guys' prayers go out to the whole entire family on both sides of this situation. Like I said, we stand on the fence, but if anything that we can do to help, we will try to put ourselves out there and help. And I had reached out to him, but I called and something told me, it said, SP, I know how this works. You get a whole bunch of phone calls. You don't want to answer your phone. You just forget about that phone and leave it alone. But some people, you have to go by and call, text them because, they're younger crowd and that's what they do. They text and then they'll see it. And like I said, let's, thank you, Sharon Stevenson. Thank you for the super chat. Let's keep our prayers out for Amari's family on both sides because I guarantee you what, you guys, it's not about picking a side. It's a baby that's gone and it's terrible. It's just terrible. Thank you, Sharon Stevenson. Let me get in the chat because I seen it come up. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I wasn't prepared. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank
you. Thank you.
y'all seen I can't remember what's his name. I want to call him Vinny, but that's not Vinny. That's you guys know who that is. Anyway, I want to share before I see somebody's asking for the phone number. Hold on. I don't want to get off track. This conversation today is, we're normally not on, so you may not see a lot of people because they usually come Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But you guys, this is a pop-up. We said we was going to come back in here. We're going to talk about a lot of information that was put out yesterday. There's some things that we're going to have to make sure we correct. Let me explain something before I get off into topic real quick. I'm on the fence, okay? So if anybody comes to me publicly, I want to say something to you, but I will not address you like you address me. Let me share something with you. Okay? I'm on the fence. But if I see a duck and it quacks like a duck, I'm going to say, yeah, that could be what it is. That's not saying that I'm saying that's what it is. So with you addressing me in the way that you are, and you guys know who I'm talking about, the ones that wrote me this big long story book about how I done this and how I done that. Let me break this down to you. I'm human and I see what I see. If I have a question, I am going to question it. That doesn't mean I'm on this side or the other. It just means that it is questionable. If somebody say, what do you think? And I say, well, it could be so. That don't mean I'm saying it is. You feel me? But if it could be so, it could be so. We need to get out of our feelings. This channel is not about an adult over here, or you go over to this channel, get all YouTube drunk, come over here and want to cuss me out or tell me how I'm wrong. You know what? This says SP News Nuggets, and this is how we do it over here. This is how we do it. We analyze all information, whether we like it or not. Okay, I'm not going to be on the side because this person is black, this person is white, this person got money, this person is poor, this person lives over here, your feelings and you're crying, because you know what? I can care less. You feel me? We're about the children, okay? And whether a family is hurting, we want to get to the truth. If analyzing the information to get to the truth, we're going to analyze every bit. If it looks like this, we're going to talk about it. Now, you can go to another channel where they're saying, hey, this person is guilty, this person is guilty, and then you want to come over here and tell me something. You can't tell me nothing, because everybody's a suspect when it comes to children. Everybody. I look at everybody. So you don't want to look at everybody. You want to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong. I'm wrong for what? Because it doesn't make sense. Because it doesn't make sense. You want to tell me to quit saying this, quit saying that? No, you're in the wrong channel. You're in the wrong channel, okay? So I addressed it publicly, and that's all I needed to say, okay? And I'm sorry, but I just wanted everybody to know that I don't pick a side. I don't. But if something doesn't make sense, we're going to talk about it. And if it looks like this, we're going to talk about it. It doesn't matter, because I don't want anybody, I don't care what they look like. Now, there's some channels that they want clicks and views or whatever, so they side with the person that it looks like. So everybody can go against them, so they can go into other channels and talk about them. And I say, no. I don't even acknowledge it. Because like I said, You know why I don't acknowledge it? Somebody's got to befriend them, whether they're doing it for clicks and views or whether they're doing it to help their channel or whatever. I don't want to be wrong. So we actually stay on the fence because people can trick you and police don't tell you everything and you're not going to know everything. So we just get the information when we try. I have reservations to go out of town again tomorrow. I think I'm going to cancel it because I haven't got in touch with the person I wanted to get in touch with. Anyway, everybody's a suspect. When Amari, we could not find Amari, we looked at Amari, mother. We looked at the boyfriend. We looked at, they said it was a bio family. We're going to look at everybody. That doesn't mean that it's true. But we don't say, well, this person said it, so it's got to be. Or this person is arrested, so it got to be. Okay? That's right, Sharon. The children are our number one priority, and we're going to keep it that way. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this in my, I don't know, some people say Joan Rivers voice. You guys need to keep your perspective on the children, okay? Don't sit there, let somebody get in your ear, and now you want to take a side, and then you want to come on. I don't care how long you've been over here. I don't care how many comments. I don't care how much you donated in super. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's for the children. And that's all I got to say. And when we find out the truth, I don't want to apologize to anybody about what I done said. I said what I said. I got a gift here, you guys. I can't show you the address, but I got a gift. And I'm going to open it in front of everybody. This person wants me to open it while I'm here. I haven't opened it yet. I want to open it now. I was supposed to do this yesterday and I didn't do it. I'm going to do this and then we're going to open up the panel. Is everybody ready for this? Okay. Somebody was thinking of me. This was from Gigi. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for the super chat. I tell people all the time, I don't, hey, you can't, I'm going to be like, I'm totally different. And the reason why I say that is I've had jobs with millionaires before that I have literally, you can't buy me. You can't buy what I'm going to say. You can't buy how I feel. You can't give me enough to tell you the truth when it comes to children. This is what I do for a living. If you don't know, now you know. We're going to speak for these children because I guarantee you, if you let a killer go, guess what? They might be in your neighborhood. I got grandson out there. We'll talk about it. Let me open up this package. Let me open up this package. I'm trying not to let you guys see the address, but this is from Gigi. Gigi, thank you. I don't know to say thank you yet or not. I got to see what's up in here. I don't know. I know you guys are getting mad at me. You know what? You're just going to have to get mad at me. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Uh-oh. There's a lot of paper here. Lots of paper. Whew. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Somebody thought of me. They may thought of y'all too. I don't know. Let me see here. This is pretty tough but sweet. Oh, and it's a picture frame. And you know what? I think I know what picture I'm going to put in there. And we're going to put it on our wall. You know, with the bricks. Everybody know what the bricks is? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We are thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh-oh. Let me see here. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a shirt. Okay. Okay, it's the right size. Oh, I don't know if you guys going to be able to see this shirt. Be a light for all to see. Matthew 5:16. I don't know if you guys can see it. Thank you. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Oh, and got some socks to match. Thank you. Thank you. In a pretty little box. She put it in a pretty box. I'm going to have to put it back in that box too. Dear Karma, I have a list of people you missed. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. It says, Dear Karma, I have a list of people. That's cute. Thank you. And then, oh, okay. Oh, it's a gift card for coffee. You know, you guys, this is a gift card. Get some Starbucks right here. Starbucks. Thank you. And friends are the flowers in the garden. I want you guys to see this. Thank you. And she got a card. She got 2 cards here. And she was supposed to get a card. So I want to say for her, thank you, everything. I'm going to read the card. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Very seldom I get a gift, you guys. So I had it yesterday and I didn't even look at it because we had so much information that we had to put out there. And I like t-shirts and I like big t-shirts and I got something to share with you guys. And then we're going to get in the topic. Hopefully I could put that off in there. And I did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She wrapped all kind of little stuff. She just said, you know, this is her super chat, you guys. So she was just sharing the super chat with us. So this is her super chat. Thank you. And I'm going to read the card. And I got another card too here for just let everybody know. Oh, it says, Lord, you brought someone special to mind. I pray you will bless her. Give her a day filled with your goodness, touched by your love, and overflowing with joy. You're on my mind and in my prayers. Gigi. Guys, think. Blessed are the givers and grateful are the receivers. Thank you so much. Your loyal nuggets, Gigi. Thanks for being you. I gotta let you guys see. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know. And I normally, you know, things like this I love cards. So you guys, I love cards. I keep all my cards. Kindness and this is for the mods. Mods, this is for the mods. It says kindness is rare and beautiful. Special love to my soldier girl, Sonia Watts and T-Star. Mods. Thank you for yours. Thank you for all you do. Peace and love, Gigi. Okay, I wanted you guys to see that. Thank you, Gigi. And then this is another card. but it doesn't say from who. Okay, BJ, from BJ says, you're always a blessing to others. That's why on this day meant for mothers. Oh, this was for mothers. To my sweet SP 2021. I'm pausing and praising and just thanking God for you. Happy Mother's Day. I love you. SP. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Love you, BJ, Queen. Thank you, BJ Queen. Thank you for that. All righty, you guys. I had to make sure because people thinking, well, she didn't say anything. I'll share with you guys anytime people send anything, and I thank you. We don't normally get things, so people think we get things all the time. No, we don't. But I want everyone to know, the ones that had ordered shirts, the shirts are in. Let me say thank you, Gigi, once again, because that is, I'm still thinking about it. Thank you very much. Thank you. I got to do a super chat for you. She says, this is my super chat. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay, the ones that ordered the shirts, this been a while, so you guys don't think that you missed something. It's been a long time. We've got them in. I've got mine's on. Let me hold this and move this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says thank you a lot. You guys see? It says cute shirt. But here it is. So I wanted you to know I got mine's on. But this is what the shirt looks like right here. So the ones that order, and I know that Queen Belinda, I got your shirt in. Queen Belinda, I got your shirt in. So I am going to be putting all of this stuff out tomorrow. The ones that was in the live the day before and yesterday, that won the pink zebras, all of that stuff is going out tomorrow. I never received the email from Christina for the shirts. Well, did you text her back? Did you email her back? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we're going to talk about cash Gernon, you guys. Let's get off into it. I know that takes a lot of time. That's why I didn't want to do it on a regular live. And I need you guys to come up on the panel. You can come on. Let me make sure I put it on the clipboard. You can call in, or hold on. You can call in, or I'm in the wrong one. Let me see. It's twirling around. You can come up on the StreamYard, or you can call in. Yes, it was sweet, Sharon. I don't even know if Gigi is in the building. She probably not. She missed it. So I want you to know that almost, people are seeing what you're doing. And when you come in here, and right now we are trying to change how we conduct our business. So we want everybody, if you're new, we want to speak to you. We want to greet you. We want you to come back. We want you to come in, sit down. This is a day that we can sit back and, just talk about things, not get angry with nobody. And I'm not angry with anybody, but I know people's going to be in their feelings. They were in their feelings before. Is China in the building? Because China's been talking to me over the last couple of days. Gigi was one of the first ones in today, SP. Oh, okay. So she probably is here. She's probably running and hiding. She's a very shy person, but when she gets to talking, she will talk. I'm telling you. She's a nice lady. And I thank her for everything that she did, because nobody has to do anything. But they do it, and they do it out the kindness of their heart. And I want to tell her thank you, Please hit that like button as you come in, you guys. Let's talk about cash Gernon. Now, I guess the council meeting or the neighborhood meeting had a all neighborhood meeting, and a lot of the people were in that meeting. And what happened was people were fearful of what was going on. Also, the woman that ran up on or jogged or walked that found Cash, she was there at the meeting. She claimed, and she said that, she can't get over what she's seen. If anybody don't know, she's a teacher, special needs teacher. She has a master's science degree and a bachelor's degree. And I think it's for kindergartners, first graders. And I wanted you guys to know something. So remember when I went out there and I was talking to a young guy that he sat there and he talked to us. I didn't let you guys see his face because I didn't have his permission, but I was already recording and we just chitter-chattered. I wasn't going to take off the recording because I was making a recording of what I seen and everything. So here's the thing. I found out. So when I do go back down there, she only lives like 2 houses away from him. Okay? So I know where he lives, and I know she lives 2 houses away from him. So I probably will stop in there. Now, Papa said, go. He don't know if I'm going to go or not, but I got reservations to go. I haven't changed them yet. We got somebody in the building. Let's greet this person. Hey, Sam CW, what's going on?
Hi, SP. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm not bad. It's not bad. Bit cold.
Oh, it's cold where you at?
Yeah, it's freezing in the UK, and it's late as well.
Okay, so tell me what's on your mind. This is an open panel. You can speak on what you think.
So, all I could think about in this case is, why did the dogs not bark when he went in for Cash?
Right.
How did he make all that noise getting in the house? The dogs did not bark, and nobody woke up. So I saw on another channel, do you know when Carter got out of the crib?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw Carter coming back into the room,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets into the crib. Could possibly Carter have let him in through the door? Is that a possibility that Carter let him in?
Well, Carter...
Because it wasn't long after Carter got into the crib that we see him on the baby cam.
Oh, you're talking about the second time that he came?
No, the first time at the night time.
Well, the nighttime, Carter was in the bed when he came in.
Was it cat? No. Do you remember when which child comes walking in to the bedroom before and gets into the crib?
Right.
Do
Oh.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a child, one of the children comes walking in. I thought that was Carter that comes walking in to the bedroom. Was it Cash?
It was Carter.
Was it Carter?
Well, somebody's saying it was another clip. I think the camera is motion activated.
Oh, that was
Um,
another clip.
but somebody's saying it was Carter. People were saying it's Carter. Um, I heard the dog or the dog.
All
I
the
heard the
dogs
dogs
are
are deaf.
all the
Now
dogs are
all the
deaf.
dogs can't be deaf.
That's what I was thinking. How can all the dogs be deaf?
Exactly. I don't think all the dogs could be deaf.
So all the dogs are deaf, and everybody in the house is deaf.
So what you're saying, because Dee Dee is in the chat and she
Yes,
said,
Dee Dee. Yes, Dee Dee. Before he gets into the crib, so
do
he
you
goes
think?
to the door. He goes to the so everybody's saying that the light outside is somebody outside. So did somebody tap on the window? Did somebody tap on the window and wake one of the boys up? Carter. I think Carter, because it was Carter that we saw get into the crib. So did somebody wake him up? And then Carter went and let. I think there was two people. So did Carter let them in? Did they wait a bit? Carter went into bed. So did they wait till Carter went to sleep? And then they went into the room. That was my thought.
Mm.
And then
So
the dogs didn't mind because the dogs already knew them.
But how do you control 4 dogs, even if one is a baby dog, you know? I mean, it's kind of weird.
Because the dogs already knew. The dogs already knew, and if Carter let them in.
Okay. So even if the dogs already knew him, they still gonna be, happy to see somebody in the house or, wagging the tail, walking around, doing some things,
Yeah. That's
Miss
it. But
V.
I can go out for 5 minutes and my dog gets just as excited as if I've been out for 5 hours. So I know.
Okay.
The dogs were probably locked in a room. Yeah.
But I think you would have heard.
The dogs knew him. Yeah, the dogs knew him. That's what I mean.
Okay.
This is what I'm thinking, that Carter had let him in. And that's why there was no noise. I don't know, though.
Okay.
I just can't get past why the dogs didn't bark.
Right. I don't know.
I just can't get my head past that.
Yeah. And you got 4 dogs. One of them's going to make
all
noise.
be deaf.
Yeah.
They can't all be deaf.
Right.
So
we also have Miss V MTGV TV on the panel. How you doing?
I'll go now.
Hi, SP. How are you?
I'll let somebody else speak, SP.
Okay, thank you, Sam CW.
It was lovely to finally speak to you, though.
Well, thank you. I think we're going to get some other people to speak on what you're saying. So, you can pop in anytime you want.
Oh, thank you, SP. Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Okay, so my biggest question goes to the father. Like, what deal did they have when he left his boys there? What father just walks away and not be in communication with this girlfriend that he had? And why would he think it's a good idea to leave your twins with a meth addict? Because she has an arrest for meth. And so why would he think that would be a good idea? Did they have a deal? Did he sell them or what?
Well, it was kind of weird because I hear allegedly that the biological mother was in a rehab. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. And so he was supposed to, that's why he had custody of them, and she signed them over to him because she was going to go get herself together. And so he was supposed to take care of those boys. And then she's got other kids that another, I guess her relatives took in. So he was got the boys, and then the grandmother got the girls.
But it was said that he was fresh out of prison. And I don't know why she would think it would be a good idea to give a father fresh out of prison twin boys. And obviously he couldn't handle them because he handed them over to the girlfriend. And then I wondered how long had they been dating.
Right.
You know?
Well, he got up. He said he said that he knew her prior to even moving to the Dallas area. He knew her a year ahead of time, and she was good with kids. That's what he's seen. She was good with kids. So he didn't have a problem leaving them in their structured environment. Like, she was basically showing him, how to raise kids. He didn't know about any prior situations with her kids being in the CPS system and things of that nature.
Well, her house sure does say a lot, because you could judge her by the way her house is kept, and it just wasn't a good environment for the kids, in my opinion.
Right. Her house is cluttered. I seen a lot of dirty walls. Paint in there where, paint where it ain't supposed to be, which some people say. He was putting paint where she ain't supposed to put it. Hey, Naomi, how you doing?
Hey.
Okay, can you speak to, with us? We're talking about MTGV put on there. Why would she leave the kids with Trevor? And especially when we're looking at the house and the environment that it was in. What do you think about that?
Trevor leave the kids with Monica?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I mean, I know he has his drug history as well, but he should, have thought, how people are crazy when they're on meth. He should have known, like, anything could happen. I have no clue why he thought it was okay. I'm just thinking, he's like, well, he does it, so he probably thought it was all right.
Yeah. You know what? When we heard what he said, it sounds sincere to me. Yeah. It really did. And, I'm not kind of even angry with him, but it's not my child.
Right.
I mean, some people are angry with him, but I do understand that when you're around a lot of people that has these addictions, and you want to do what you do, you don't want the kid around you, or you find another person you want to be with. They do leave the kids and they run off and they get lost.
Now, I didn't even know that it was known that he was on drugs, but the fact that Monica was, that made me think, well, is he into drugs too? So with that being said, why were the kids really there? Was it some type of underhanded deal? It just seems like the kids were put in a horrible situation and everybody is on drugs. They're just, when people are on drugs, they'll do anything for money.
Right. And you see what he said, and I can only go by what he said. He said that he didn't want to change the children's schedule. And he thought it would be nice to leave the kids where they at with other kids. And it seemed like a nice, environment for him, other than what he probably had to offer him. He was probably, I got a really close friend. We've been friends for 28 years. And they make bad decisions. All the time, make very bad decisions. And even though they make bad decisions, I still care for this person. That person has a brother that's really bad out there. And sometimes, and they're married, they will be gone for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. Can't find them. but they leave the kids at home and they go do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? And my friend does the same thing. I mean, now their kids is grown and everything, but they leave the kids to someone that they trust that the child is going to be okay. They don't look at the signs of neglect, or you treat the child differently, or if somebody's touching them. They don't look at that. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking the child is better with them than with themselves.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Whether
like
they are or not.
Trevor, he has in 2000. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right. 2000 in 2016 is when he got the possession of meth charge, and then the recent one was he had narcotics on him. They didn't say what kind, but he had narcotics on him, and he had to go to the court date. He skipped the court date, and he ended up skipping out on a $10,000 bond. So that's why, he decided to go on the run. And I mean, still now it's like, why your son is gone now? Why wouldn't you come back and handle all that? I'm sure the courts would give him some type of leniency given the situation, but he's still not even showing up. I think he's really afraid of going to jail.
I looked everywhere.
What are you looking for?
My play shoes. The red one.
Did you look in your closet where all the shoes are lined up? Okay, in a second I'm gonna come grab them.
That's
That is a very good question. Why would they come through the garage when you got all of those windows in that bedroom?
Hi.
And the garage makes a lot of noise. Hi, cutie.
Hi. What are you doing?
Oh, we're just talking.
We're just talking. What are you doing?
Doing good.
All right.
We were calling you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where were you?
I was at the store. I was at the store trying to get some groceries.
Store?
Yeah.
Okay, go find your play shoes.
Okay, I'll go find my play shoes and then I'll talk to you.
Okay.
He's cute.
Thank you. Hold on, let me go get his shoes and stuff so he can go on his little play set. Hold on.
Okay. So
But yeah, I thought that was a great observation to ask, why would he come through the garage when you got two windows in there that he could have climbed through easier? The garage, you would think it'd make a lot of noise, raising up.
It does make a lot of noise. It creeps in. And then you got those two rails that they roll those wheels on, those trolleys or whatever they called. And it's going to go up like that. Because when he raised it up, I heard it. And I was like, that's a lot of noise. And then the door didn't look like somebody kicked in the door, because he said kicked in and then he said tampered with. I think he changed it because you could tell it was not kicked in. You would see the difference. But they did not put on the hard lock or whatever it's called, the deadbolt. They didn't put on the deadbolt, or you would have seen some damage to that wall, the frame. Then to walk through the house, you've got Grandpa in there, Grandma in there, Monica in there, Cameron in there, the sister in there, the grandbaby in there, the three other kids, and then the two.
All of those people were
the two
there.
other kids, and the two other kids. So you got Grandpa, Grandma, Monica, Cameron, the sister, and then the two brothers, Grandpa, Grandma, Monica, Cameron, the sister, the two other kids, and then the two kids, and then the twins.
That's just insane. That is something wrong here. It seemed like a lot of people are involved.
9 people and 4 dogs.
4 dogs in the house, and then there was 2 next door when you went there. I think I seen.
Yeah, there was 2 next door. And I think on the other side of that house, I didn't see no activity over there. I didn't see no activity over there. None.
So, do we know if it's true that Darian was over there the night before?
Let me see who said that he was over there. I think Monica said that he was over there the day before, and she said she asked him to leave and don't come back over. Then she must have seen him at the store and told him to, to not come around.
Okay, so that is true. And then is it also true that Cameron is friends with Darian's brother, and that's how they know each other?
I don't know if Cameron's friends with Darian's brother. I don't know that to be. I don't know. Cameron is, I think, friends with Darian, and I think Cameron's brother is friends with Darian. What I have, and this is just thinking, I'm thinking, because a lot of people, Cameron has a sister that's 16, but there's a grandbaby out there, and the baby looks like it's about maybe 1 or 2 years old. The baby is mixed.
Okay, so I just I think that's so odd. They were saying that he was seen around the home a couple weeks prior to. And is it true that he was on a monitor? I'm talking about Darian, the one that's in jail, that he
Yes.
was on a monitor for trying to kidnap a little girl?
I don't know if he was on a monitor for kidnapping a little girl, but he was on a home, house arrest monitor.
Are they saying that he entered someone's home or something? I heard two different things.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just someone saying that doesn't make it true. But someone said
Right.
that on Facebook.
He wasn't. That's not the reason why he was on the monitor. He was on it for several reasons. But it was said that when he went in for the little girl and was trying to take her, I don't know why, he never got charged for that.
Okay, but was that valid that happened?
I'm not 100% sure. A lot of sources are saying that, but I haven't seen like black and white from the actual court or anything like that, because I don't think it went that far. I believe the police was called. He probably got a little talking to, but they didn't press charges on him. Is I guess what I'm saying. They didn't press charges.
It sounds like that probably didn't happen, because when are they lenient on charges?
Yeah, especially kidnapping a child. I can see if you stole some bubble gum or something, we just not gonna say that. But trying to kidnap a child and literally having an altercation with somebody, and you know what I'm saying, that is a physical offense against someone. They can't ignore that. They just can't. Even if somebody say, I don't want to do anything, you still got to make the report.
Police would still take that on.
You still have to make a report. So I don't see any report on that.
I haven't seen any black and white on that at all. I just see it on different sources.
And if that is true, then they need to go back and look at that, and whoever closed their eyes to it will be in trouble, because ultimately that's what happened.
Yeah. And if they were to go through with that, this probably would have never happened. I'm not saying it was him for sure that did this to Cash, but I'm saying that this probably would have never happened. So if they did set him up, they wouldn't have had that in the background.
Right.
Say, he already has this in his past. So either way, I feel like.
Oops.
Go ahead.
Isn't it just convenient though that Cameron and Darian definitely could have the same description? Like they're like the same height, same build, same hair, not same hair, but you could
Yeah,
mess with it.
and put the little band on and kind of like
Right.
look like that, and that's why he had. Because when you know it's for sure Darian, not for sure. I don't want to say for sure, but on the one where it's colored, you know that looks like it's Darian. So the other one, he could have, I mean, did little tricks and stuff. Why would he go back in without the mask he had on down here and no glasses, nothing, not disguising himself at all, if he knew what he already did?
And you live in that house. Why are you wearing a mask around your family? You live in that house.
Right.
So evidently you're wearing the mask for a reason.
And then you're not wearing it up here, you're not wearing it, you're wearing it right here.
Yeah, you're wearing it right there to
hide hair there, because Darian doesn't have hair right here. So come on, I mean.
So somebody's in the chat saying the neighbor said he was seen with an hammer.
He was seen with what?
A hammer.
I heard he was seen with a hammer. I heard he was seen with a knife in his hand. He was seen with multiple different things. I think he was just kind of one of those kids in the neighborhood that was always getting into mischief. You know, kids that go in people's mailboxes or, you know.
He was tampering with door handles too. I seen that on somebody's surveillance.
I think if he did not do this, they selected him because of his prior, you know, things that he's got in trouble for him, and they're like, perfect, we got him, you know.
Yep, the perfect person to blame it on.
Mm-hmm. So if it is him, okay, case closed. But if it's not, and I believe they know something more, because if you have this videotape, okay, and I mean, that should tell everything. They say cameras tell everything. So if you have this videotape, why is there any discrepancy on what happened to this little boy? You were the last person seen with him. Yet still, they have not put any murder charges, nothing in relationship to that crime. They only have him for what? The kidnapping and burglary.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to say something like the one video you could see like the monitor on one ankle on, because one of them had a monitor and one didn't.
Right.
So it looks like you could tell the difference by looking at the ankle. Did you notice that, SP?
Yes, I noticed that.
Okay.
Well, we got Jocelyn in the house. Jocelyn, how you doing? Jocelyn, are you here? She went away. Okay. I guess they wanted to see how it worked. They can't probably, sometimes you have to make sure that you're okay for the mic. I did notice that okay, let's go off into a little bit of some of the details of what happened. Because I was going through the timeline this morning, and I kind of want to shift to the timeline a little bit. Is that okay with you? MTGB TV.
Yes, that is fine. I want to know all the facts. I'm listening.
It says, make it go viral TV.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Who is this? There's a Cheryl in the building. Cheryl, are you there? Cheryl, you there?
Oh, hi, Steve.
Hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go a little bit over the timeline because
well.
I think it's I'm doing good. Did you have something to add, or do you just want to get into the conversation with us? Cheryl?
Into the conversation and mentioned the woman who located Cash was a teacher and a teacher of students with special needs.
Mm-hmm.
I am also a teacher of students with special needs, and as the conversation was going before I joined, you know, it would be the perfect setup given Darian's past in the neighborhood and perhaps some of his behaviors. that could have very easily been preyed upon. And I know at least the students that I work with who are special needs are of about high school age, almost ready to graduate. So how old Darian is by any chance?
18.
Okay, yeah, so he would, be of the same age as my students. And just in a school setting, I can see how they are taken advantage of in terms of, teenage meanness. And I can't help but feel that this is that, like, times 10.
Okay.
In terms of perhaps he was known to have a past around the neighborhood and perhaps has, done some things that are not appropriate or acceptable.
Okay.
And it would, I just feel like it would be completely heartbreaking if it was
Right.
used against him in some way, shape, or form.
Right. I think a lot of people are using his past and stuff against him right now, which, I mean, that's all we have to look at too. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, they said 4:58. This is when the child was abducted at 4:58 from Monica's home off of, what is it? Verona Street. The child was found at 6:40. So we're looking at a half a mile where Darian lives. So Darian either walked over there, drove over there, or wherever he was at a certain time. His mother said he was at home. But for some unknown reason, at 4:58 in the morning, you might as well say 5 o'clock. The child was found at 6:40. So that's an hour and 40 minutes to abduct the child, take the child to a wooded area, because the baby had ants on him. I don't think the ants came.
On his feet, yeah.
On his feet. Wherever they were.
Being in nature, out and about.
Right. So in the woods, probably where they got the ants or whatever. Because it takes a while for ants, unless the ants is already, like got a mountain of, made a home right there or whatever. So,
because they have to set the scent.
Right, because he wasn't there for very long.
So he had
Right.
What do y'all think about what Darian's
their little trail?
Right.
She said, "Don't believe what you hear, believe what you think."
That's what Darian's mother said?
Yeah, she was defending him.
Don't believe what you hear, believe what you think.
Well,
like it's almost like saying, "Don't believe your lying eyes," because I mean, he was on that surveillance.
MTV, you believe?
You're breaking up. Cheryl, you're breaking up really, really bad. We can't hear you.
Let me see if we get.
Hers is on my end.
No, she's breaking up over here also. Let me see.
Here? Oh, there. Can you hear me now?
Are you in there?
I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my microphone was not working last time.
That's okay. No, she's breaking up.
Honestly, it might be the earbuds if you have on earbuds.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Are you in there?
I can hear you guys. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my microphone was not working last time.
That's okay. No, she's breaking up.
Honestly, it might be the earbuds if you have on earbuds.
Okay, somebody's device is on.
I can hear you guys. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my microphone was not working last time.
That's okay. Is that you, Gigi? That was Gigi. Yeah, yeah. You have to turn your device down as far as the volume. If you got something on it.
Or if there's another device on, one has to be paused because it's gonna backplay what you're saying.
Right. Right. So what I was saying was, if the child was taken at pretty much say 4:58, 5 o'clock, taken to this wooded area, and then dumped at the child had to been dumped before 6:40. That's when she found the child, and there was no one in the area. So you're talking about an hour and 40 minutes to go from the house on Farlona to the wooded area, do a sexual assault, stab, put the child on the street, go home, change clothes, put the monitor on your foot, then go back over to the house. An hour and 40 minutes. He was back. That's an hour and 40 minutes before they found the child. We don't know what time. At 10, we don't know what time he showed up at Monica's house. Monica did not call the police until, what time was it? 10:48, I think it was. 10:48. She did not look for the child until 10:48. Okay. She found out that the child was missing at 10 o'clock.
What time did they call 911?
She called at 48, so basically close to 11 o'clock. And then she said Carter, who came in there and who woke her up. Then the other son came in there and said, Carter, where's Cash? Why are you asking a 4-year-old where's Cash? Why don't you guys know? It's how many people in this house? And no one heard anything.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And then Carter goes, oh, he went out the front door. So he's seen it. That's going to be their key to this. He's seen it.
You know what?
Don't lie. They're going to ask him, well, who did he go out the front door with?
You know what? And this is just the observation. And I know you guys seen it also. But, and then I just want to speak on this one thing. When the predator, we don't know who he was, but whichever one it was or someone else, picked up the baby, Cash, and walked out the door, Cash laid there and played sleep. And soon they went out the door. He looked. He felt there was a problem already. He played sleep. You guys, if you guys missed it, you got to watch it again. As soon as they walked out the door with the baby, he looked. That means he know who it was, and he played sleep. And that tells me something. I'm just being honest with you. That tells me there's been something going on.
Some of those parts skipped like it was edited, so I wasn't sure what was what, you know. I did see him moving.
You guys want to
and
watch?
It looked like he had just got in the bed too, but then I thought that was an edit when they skipped to the guy in the room.
SP, can we watch that? Is there any way we can watch that?
Yeah, let me see if it'll come up there. Let me see. Let me see which one it would be. Let's see if it'll go up. Wow. I hate watching that. But I noticed something. We have Diamond on the phone. Go ahead, Diamond.
Hi. Hello. Hello?
Hello. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Did you notice in the little boy that was going in the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the color pants. His pants was not dark.
His pants is not dark. No.
No. But when he wakes up, it's black with red stripes.
Who? Carter?
Yeah.
But you got light now.
Okay, that's true. But I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
You know what? And that's kind of good that you point that out, because I was thinking and I was trying to say, even in I was looking at a couple of things that didn't make sense. And that one of them is what you're saying. If you look at the color, black, even though that is night vision, will be black. It will not be white, because I looked at the paint cans and I look at the shoes. They are black. So
Correct.
If his pants was black, they would be still black. It would not be white in a night vision. They will still be black, just like the shoes are. Not only that, right?
Right.
Not only that, he have glasses on and there's a light in his glasses. In a night vision, you will not have a reflection of a light on the glasses. There will not be a reflection unless there's a light on.
Something is really strange.
And
it seemed like that footage was messed with. It was spliced and diced, a couple days in between or whatever. Because even when they did the walkthrough, there was a rocking chair. There was none in that footage.
Right. I think I don't know if I downloaded that rocking chair, and I don't know if I downloaded it or not.
Next to the paint, there was like this little play set thing. It wasn't there. So she moved stuff around when she said she didn't. She did.
Yes.
Yeah, because she claimed she didn't touch the room, right?
Yeah, and I looked back and I was comparing like the room before, the room after. There was a rocking chair. There was like this little organized little bucket set. There was, and then next to the paint, there were like, it looked like, a toy that's normally supposed to be set up, standing up, and it was like broken down. That was there. I was just like, she definitely moved stuff around.
Right.
She did. Okay, I have a theory. I might be wrong. Carter was awake when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel Carter, the reason he didn't react or anything is because they probably used to come and take this baby out of bed to molest him and then put him back.
Right.
I might be wrong.
I feel that too. And this done happened before, and that's why he laid there and probably didn't play sleep, didn't want to move.
Gonna happen. So he looked up like, oh, it's not me tonight. Okay, let me lay down. So I mean, maybe.
But then again, you got to remember, I just thought about this. The camera is motion sensitive, so it will stop moving if there's no movement. But there's movement, then that's when we see him get up. It may not. He got up at that particular time. You know what I'm saying?
Stop, start. So what we're seeing can look like it all goes together, but there can be time passed by within those.
Right.
Wow. I know.
I'm just saying.
This whole thing is just creepy. And like Channel said earlier, that he had a history of being a menace in the neighborhood. So who is the most perfect person to pin it on? Him.
Right.
Yeah. But in the same breath, if he actually did this, then he needs to pay. But if he didn't, he shouldn't pay for what he didn't do.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Somebody said.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back in the chat.
All righty.
And continue watching. Okay.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, it's P. I
Thank
just wanted
you.
to say something.
Go ahead.
So at first, I
Yeah.
did think that the guy taking the baby, taking cash out of his crib, was the brother. But then the new video that was released of Darian breaking into cars at night, he is wearing the exact same shoes that you see on the first video when he takes the baby out. And there's another video where he was creeping outside of their backyard, and he was
Mhm.
wearing the mask the same way he was wearing it the day that when he the first video where they took the baby out, he was wearing it under his chin. So the video where he's creeping in their backyard and he opened the back gate,
Mhm.
I was trying to see his walk, but you can't really tell from just walking down the street to like trying to be sneaky.
Mhm.
And it does, I mean, it looks like him. I really thought it was first the brother, but I do think that he didn't break into the house. I think he was already at the house, and maybe they waited till the boys fell asleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I have the other video right in front of me. I don't know if you've seen it already.
I did.
If you want me to show you the with the car.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. So when he's breaking into the cars at night, he's wearing the same shoes. And then I think when he went back the second time in the morning, he had changed his shoes. And then it's weird
Okay,
to me
but
as
tell
well.
me,
Uh-huh.
so okay, so on that picture where there's somebody standing there at a car,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know that that is Darian?
I'm not sure. I think they've just had videos of him breaking into, like, a lot of neighbors have been reporting him for breaking into their cars. I also feel like maybe they had already planned this, and that's the reason why he started breaking cameras weeks before it happened, so that they wouldn't have
But
cameras around the area
okay,
where he
but
was
how
going to
do
be
we
walking
know
by.
that that's Darian? That could be Cameron too, breaking in the car. But how do we know that that's Darian that's standing there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All I see is, yeah, I do see the same shoes. So whoever this person is
Mm-hmm.
that grabbed the baby, I do see the same shoes. But who is that
Yeah.
standing?
Yeah. And what about the other video where you can see him creeping in their backyard and he ran off, I think, once he heard somebody coming out or something? And he was wearing the mask under his chin the same way he was wearing it when they took the baby out.
Right.
And then I feel like maybe it was planned ahead by them, since he was breaking neighbors' cameras. Maybe they planned it so that so that there was no evidence. But it had to be an inside job. Like, even if Monica says she's doesn't know what happened, I mean, if you're on drugs like that, you're actually up all night.
Right.
Most likely there's no way you're sleeping till 10 if you're on drugs. So yeah, I feel like it has something to do from the inside, and it was planned way ahead of time.
A lot of people usually when they do drugs and they get done, they go to sleep. They sleep all morning. They don't get up till 2, 3 o'clock in the evening because they don't ran all night long.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
After a couple of days, they will.
I need to make a correction here. Someone just sent me a picture. So that baby that was in the yard, that's Cameron's child. That's not the sister's baby. That's Cameron's child. It says here, Happy Father's Day, Cameron. You and Madison made such a beautiful baby. let me take this person's phone number out, and I'll show you that same baby is standing in the yard. And let me see if I can. I downloaded it so you guys can see. I downloaded it twice. I wasn't gonna mess. Yeah, I got the picture of the baby too. So hold on. That's the same baby. And this is on my other phone, so I can't just upload it. Copy. Okay, so here's a picture of Cameron and Cameron's baby. Okay, it says Happy Father's Day. This was back in 2020, June 21st, 2020. Now, here is the baby 2020 standing in the yard. Look, China. So, and the baby looks mixed. I think Monica is Spanish descent. She may not have to be, but she just got a dark tone about herself, her skin. But the baby's name is Caden. It's a pretty baby. Cute baby, 2 months old.
You said Caden?
Yeah, Caden.
Okay.
The baby's name is Caden. Caden Mori, M-O-R-I.
M-O-R-I, like the dad.
Mm-hmm. Right. Here's you want to see the baby's picture? 2 months. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess sister's got a baby and brother got a baby. And the reason why we shared that information is because, you know, I don't know, there could be a reason why someone took that baby. Like maybe. Yes, anyone can call in. L-I.
Oh, yeah. Call in because they were having some questions the last live. Call in. Bye-bye.
There's a number right there. I want to ask some questions and make some important comments. If anybody want to come on the panel, there's a link right there.
Yeah, because who that is, they were saying stuff and they thought that you were just ignoring them the last live, but they were explaining that probably you didn't see it. So, yeah, they should.
Yeah, I don't ignore anybody. It's just I've got a whole bunch of monitors to look at, and
it goes up so fast. It's hard to, and you're talking and then trying to look. It's really difficult. So I was like, no, she's not ignoring you at all.
I don't see a lot. And then we have the phone number there, and then we always have where people can come on the panel. This is Steve. And then we have the phone number there, and then we always have where people can come on the panel. Cheryl, that's your. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I have one point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
If you watch the first video, that person is definitely right-handed and leads with his right foot. The next video, he leads with his left foot and he's left-handed. And if you watch The other videos from 10 weeks back, it's all left foot and left hand. You can't fake that.
Right. Good point. Good point. I'll look at it. We'll look at it again and see what you're talking about. You said on the first video they lead with the
right foot.
The right foot. So it's a right footed right-handed person, right?
Right. And it seems like Darian is left-handed, left-footed.
Wow. Wow.
Well, if he's got personality issues, he might be split, and you just never know it.
You're right. You're right.
Love you, bless you. Keep it up.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. Love you. That was good. We got Miss Dee Dee on the panel and Zan Rowland, and we got Make It Go Viral TV in the house.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey, they're saying that Darian had a knife in his hand, and you could see it, the pocket knife. Did you guys notice that in the video?
I saw the comment. I was unable to notice that in the video.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I noticed that too, and I'm like, if that's a pocket knife, he's sure holding it different. He holding it's just like he's holding. It's a small little object, like he's holding it with two fingers. When you hold a pocket knife with all hand, your whole hand.
You would think.
It's like, to me, come to mind is maybe he had a cigarette in his hand. They're thinking that's the pocket knife. You look at that video when he's walking away from Carter in the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And it's in his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's a strange way to hold a pocket knife, ain't it?
So you say, who was that speaking?
This is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. So
I just read a few comments, and then I started looking at the video, and I looked, and I was like, that's a strange way to hold a pocket knife. To me, come to mind. Now, I could be wrong now. Don't get me wrong.
So you saying the person in the first?
No, the second.
In the second one, he had a knife.
That's what they're saying. That's a knife, but it doesn't look like a knife to me.
Right, it didn't look like a knife to me either.
Doesn't it look like maybe it's a cigarette or something of that nature?
Whatever it is, it's very small because he's holding it more with his fingers than he's holding it with his hand.
Yes.
That must be why I missed it. I completely did not notice a cigarette.
It's very small.
Anything.
Whatever the item is in his hand, it's very small.
And that comes to mind of how, it comes to mind of how a person is holding their cigarette, just walking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Could possibly have been, if the theory is true that there is someone on the other side of the window, could it have been?
No.
Oh, this is during the day. This
Yes.
is in the day. Thank you, Dee Dee, for the clarification.
Look at the part where when he walks away from Carter in the bed and he's looking around,
Okay.
He turns and you look at that hand.
So you said it was his right hand?
Yes.
Okay, so the one closest to the crib at the time?
No, that's the left hand.
Oh, walking away. Gotcha.
Yeah. You look at it and he's holding it, with two fingers, and it's small. But everybody is saying he had the knife. There's a knife. And I was like, to me, that don't look like no knife. Like I said, I could be wrong. SP, if you could show that last part where, if you can, everybody.
I can show it, but what I have downloaded is the whole video, and actually,
okay, I get it.
We could show the whole video again because there's two things I want to look at. If it's okay with you guys, I want to look at the window, because somebody is saying the curtain was not back at first when he walks in the room, and then all of a sudden the curtain is back, like somebody wanted to watch or peek or video him. And I see it open afterwards, but at first I didn't notice that camera was back.
Oh, that's
I want to see that.
okay.
And then I want to see where someone, I can't remember, I think it was whoever it was, said that one person was left-handed.
Yeah.
And Darian was left, and the person that was in the first scene was right-handed. So, and I do remember seeing that. So I just want to look at it and make sure if they leading with the right all the time.
Okay.
You guys want to look at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Because when I downloaded it, I didn't split it up, and I wish I would have, but here we go. That window is not covered. I do see it. That window's not covered. That person is leading with the right, and it seems like he might even have a little erection going on. I don't see an ankle bracelet on his ankle either. Look right there. I do not see an ankle bracelet on. Right.
I noticed it, SP.
What's that?
If looking at my computer screen, the bottom right corner, it looked like there was almost like you dog-eared a notebook paper. Like it's almost like folded back, just like the corner, like a little bit, enough to perhaps get a phone or talk out of the window, say someone was out there. I did not notice an ankle bracelet either. I find it curious as to why whoever this male person is, the backpack on. Whoever this male person is, the backpack on. Whoever this Oh, sorry. I couldn't tell if I was, someone has their volume on, but it wasn't me.
Go ahead.
Okay, there we go. Why keep the backpack on? And if we are in agreement that this baby monitor camera is in fact motion censored, and that's why like it looks like it's skipping or jump cutting that little flash of light, that would mean like when he's like crouched there like staring into the crib, that he would have to be doing like there a while, like not moving for a while.
Right.
If I would not break into someone's home and steal their child, but I feel like, and I mentioned it in a comment before, the person seems, although they're up to something, they seem fairly comfortable.
Exactly.
They're not like, oh my gosh, I have to get in quick, snatch this kid, go, exactly, China, go do what I gotta go do. They're taking their time to ensure almost like they get it right. That's odd.
Right.
I feel like a random, and let's say Darian isn't the most random of, I don't know what you call it, person who breaks in and, you know, it does not seem random.
Right. Zan, what do you think? What's going on? We're going to go through the panel, and I want to hear from everybody that's up here. Zan, what do you think?
Well, I definitely agree with her that it doesn't seem like he's very comfortable. He's definitely taking his time. The other thing that I noticed is in the black and white video, there's some sounds in there, like somebody may be saying something from far away. It's not as clear as the audio is in the morning time when he's talking to Carter. But if you listen, like I have headphones on and I have it turned all the way up, and it's like you can faintly hear something like in slow motion, like somebody somewhere said something. And that's when he looks over, like he's looking back at the door, like somebody said something to him.
Or someone's waiting for him.
True.
And I did hear clearly this time when SP just played it again, who we are presuming is Darian in the morning say, lay down and sleep or lay down and go to sleep. I heard that in the daytime. And then someone is talking, but I wasn't able to make out what was said after that.
I believe that he's talking to Carter because he says something about now you got your crib, you got more room in your crib, and you got the room, you got your little crib going on, and you got the room, you're gonna be good, or something like that.
That doesn't make sense though. If Darian, let's say he's not involved at all, why would he go in and say that? Just playing like, I see Tracy like shaking her head at me, just kind of like
devil's advocate. Like
that's right. Like this side of the fence and the other side of the fence, like SP always says. You know what I mean?
I question whether or not he's involved. I don't know who that is in the black and white. I go back and forth. At one point, I did not think it was Darian. Now I'm on the fence with that. But the conversation that he has in the morning time, it's almost as if he's talking to Carter. Like maybe he felt like Carter was cramped in the crib, or he felt like he's talking to Carter like, now you're gonna be good. Like
it just popped in my head and my face probably showed it. Do you think, again, let's just say it was Darian that took cash and went, let's say he, it is him that comes back in the morning and like Zan is saying, he is talking to Carter like, oh, you have more space in your crib and you're going to be okay. Is that his way if it is him, allegedly, justifying his actions, like making it okay in his mind that he did what he did to his brother, because now the one that is still alive has more space in the crib. I know that is very
Random. It's very random.
It's dark, it's twisted. I mean, stranger things have happened though.
Because I agree with you, Cheryl. If that is Darren, and if that is, because I didn't hear what you guys are saying, you heard like now he'll have more space, but why would that be any concern of Darren's, that a kid that he doesn't know has more space in the crib? And how would he know that he doesn't have that much space in the crib if he's never supposed to have been, in the home?
Well, again, now I'm just thinking, because I feel, I don't know, it's just flowing out. What if the first person that comes in is Cameron? Cameron does what he does, okay? What if Darian was just out and about because he had some odd behaviors? I'm trying to be respectful as possible. Had some odd behaviors in the neighborhood. What if Darian came upon Cameron in the woods? And like how when I tried to live stream or join the StreamYard on my phone, and I saw other family members' comments in the chat that they wish that I could repeat myself. I do teach special needs students at the high school level, so of Darian's age. Cameron could have easily, or someone of who maybe isn't as, let's say Darian does have special needs. I don't, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anyone. I don't know his medical history, or if he did struggle with mental health issues. If Cameron is friends with his brother, he might know that, right? Friends share things in confidence, or what they believe to be confidence. Or he just knew that from living in, relatively close proximity to one another. He could have thought to himself, okay, I need like a cover. Darian happened to stumble upon me, and now I need to make it seem like, I don't know exactly whatever he told him, but if Darian did feel, let's say he walks back in the morning because he feels upset for Carter, that, he knows, or he was told Cash is gone. He may have seen him, maybe not. I have no idea. I'm just throwing out theories. So he goes in and he like gently, it's almost like he like swiped his hair back very calmly and sweetly, like checks on him, like, oh, he's okay. And then he is trying to almost like make Carter feel better, even though Carter at the time doesn't know anything maybe happened to his brother, because they were so close. And like, oh, well, at least now you'll have more space. I don't know.
Yeah. Since they have brought out the other allegations in regards to the first ex-husband being killed and the attempt of someone else, is that correct? I'm thinking that maybe Monica and Cameron did something to the first two people, and they done got so comfortable or thinking they can get away with it, that they did use Darren on the second in the morning to come to be on the video to try to look like it was him. That's what I'm leaning to now. At first, I never did think it was Darren at the video at night. Anyway, as soon as I seen it, that was like, that's Cameron. That was my first initial, and I'm not gonna go against my initial. I'll listen to everyone else, but that was my first initial thought. And then when I seen the one in the morning, yes, I do believe that is Darren, but all of a sudden they knew about the cameras. They knew about it because they wanted him to be on that camera in the morning so that can be their alibi. That's just what I think.
Right.
Somebody's calling in. Hold on, everybody.
Okay.
This is SP. SP, are we live?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I have a question. When he walks on the first one, it's like he's going diagonal, like he's coming from that side door, a sliding door from the kitchen. You know, once you go past the kitchen, you make a little left and you go right there to the sliding doors, and that's when the cameraman said this is where he came through. Okay, now that's like diagonal straight to the bed. Okay, so when you see in the black and white, he likes diagonal straight, but when he's in color, it's like he comes from a different direction, like somebody is standing on the side in the back that he's talking to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because he it's like he goes over there and he says something, trying to, like he was saying something to him about something. And then he walks straight back. It's not like he walked diagonal, because on the first one, it's like he picked the child up like the child was wet or something, like he's holding it away from him and walking diagonal, because you can see him passing the camera so close. But if you look in the color one, he's not that close to the camera when he's going out, when he's going back. He's like back on the back part of the room. You understand what I'm saying? Right. He's not walking diagonal by the camera. He's walking diagonal to the back, like he's talking to somebody over there. That's what it seemed like to me. It's not like he's walking directly to the camera when he's leaving the room.
Right.
But you can see him walk past the camera. I guess you can actually see him walking past the camera because he's holding the child up, so he's real close. But when he's in there in color, he's not close to the camera. He's way back away from it, walking directly like to the back. And that's one thing. And the other thing I wanted to say, how did Carter know that the child was outside? What made him say he was outside?
Well, we know they just made that up. That's not true. That baby didn't say that.
That's what the mother said, though. The mother said, what's his name?
Monica said he went out the, Carter said he went out the front door.
Yes, that's what she said he said, but I don't believe it.
How did he know he went out the front door?
Well, Monica said that they didn't believe what he said. That's just a child. But you know what? Children sometimes don't, they be honest with you. Children learn to lie, but most of the time they tell exactly what they see, and it gets them in trouble. What if the person did go out that front door with baby Cash?
What if Carter also witnessed something in the past and got in trouble for it, and now he is afraid to say something? Someone in the chat, I believe it was Baby Girl, said, you know, why did Carter look out the window?
Yeah, he was standing there. He said,
he stood up on his little bed and looked out the window.
Yeah, he was looking like somebody was out there, and Carter would not have known if someone took the child and done something with it. So evidently someone was probably out there. See, I'm gonna tell you something. We as an adult, we'll sit there and go, oh, the kid just said that. Don't worry, he don't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you something. Kids come up to you and say, you fat. You stink. And you be like, but it'd be true. You probably need to lose some weight, or you probably need to go take a bath, or you probably need to go get your hair done, or I mean, they just tell the truth and they get in trouble for it. So when Carter said that he went out the front door, and it was like, oh, that's just a baby. Really?
That was like the Elizabeth Smart case from years ago. She was sharing a bed with her younger sister. She was kidnapped at night, the man, I forgot his name, but that's fine. We don't even need to bring light to him. He had a knife to her throat. Her sister was in the bed, like in the same bed, and they were old. They were older children. So these things have historically, in the past, unfortunately, in cases of crime, have taken place.
All right.
And she watched it happen and just.
And it took her a while to figure out who the guy was.
And another thing I'm trying to understand is where was Carter coming from? When he came in the room, where was he coming from? And when he got in the bed, it's like his brother didn't make a move. He didn't make a move of somebody getting in the bed with him. He didn't make a move. Right. And then when Brown came into the room and he lifted the cover up, like, and it looked like he reached down and maybe he was wet, it looked like he smelled his hand or something. Mm-hmm. And then when he picked him up, he held him out. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he had done wet the bed or something, because he held him out from him. If you're going to pick up a child, you don't pick up a child holding them from you. You pick up a child and hold them close, or you turn them around and put them on your shoulders and lay his head down and, you know, make sure he don't see you or whatever. But he acted though, if you look at the video, it's like he lifted up and he lays it back and then he smells his hand like, and then he wait a few minutes. It's like we were saying, or everybody said that, like somebody giving him directions what to do. Like, I want you to go in here, and I want you to do this. I want you to pick him up like this and carry him like this. It's like somebody telling him every step to make.
Right.
It just don't look right. Something is really wrong with the video, the first one.
Right.
And on the second one, it looked like he told him to come over and, you know, come into the room, he's okay, you know, go speak to him or whatever, or see if he's woke or whatever. And that's how that one looked.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Tea, you read my mind.
Yeah, it's like...
I wonder if they drugged him to potentially harm him or abuse him, and did it to keep him, I don't want to be too graphic, but to keep him subdued so they could, you know, be sick-minded and evil. And who knows? I don't know. But then why the other things? Like, why was it said that he had like cuts and stuff on him? Was like stabbed? Is that true, or we don't know anything of that yet?
No, he was stabbed.
So if he was drugged and it, you know, too much, or, you know, his little body, you know, couldn't handle it.
We don't know if he was drugged.
I know. So I feel like maybe that would not apply, because why would you feel the need to continue to harm them?
Right. I mean, it'd be hard to wake somebody up, drug him. Why drug him? He's a baby. He's very defensive. You don't have to drug a baby.
Some cold medicine, make him sleep.
You're talking about before, so he can be asleep.
Right, like if they could manipulate his body, who knows? People are...
Then that changed the narrative of him breaking in. You have to break in and then give him something to go to sleep. That means you're saying someone in the house done that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Cameron was saying that we don't know if there was a history of who knows what.
Okay.
And it's quite disturbing. When I first saw that video, I was sitting here on this couch by myself in the middle of the day, and I was completely creeped out. And I'm 30 years old. Like, I could not imagine, let's say Carter was awake. I could not imagine. It's heartbreaking.
And another thing, when he was leaving with the child, if you lift up the garage door a little bit just to roll up under to get in, then what did you do when you left with him? You rolled him up under and you rolled out too? You had to lift it up to go out. You couldn't just leave you know what I'm saying, the garage door, because you don't see people on videos that get on, lift it up a little bit and roll up under and go in. But you got a child with you now. How you going to get out? You have to lift the garage door up.
And cluttered as that home was for a stranger.
So I don't know if you lift a garage door up, would you hear it through the house? I would think you would hear it through the house.
You do hear it from the house. I have a garage door that I don't have it where it's remote, because you know, kids get hurt by that. So we have to lift it up by hand, and you hear it through the house. Well, even if I'm downstairs, I hear if my garage door is being open, I hear it. In every bedroom, I hear it. In the living room, I hear it. in the kitchen, in the bathroom. I could be taking a shower. I still gonna hear that garage door because it's on those trolley wheels and it rolls across the ceiling and go all the way up. It rolls, and you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear, and that's
And
an
then
old home. That's an older home.
and then they're saying that he maneuvered through all that stuff in the dark
Right.
with the child in his
And
hand.
it didn't make any noise.
And 4
No,
dogs.
I just can't see that. I can't see it.
And you're breaking in the house. Are you breaking in the house to get the children, or are you breaking in the house to steal? How are you breaking in the house? You just broke in the house just to steal somebody's child? That don't even. And then the Carmen said they had a chain on it. So what? The chain wasn't on the garage door. But if you go back and listen to what he's saying, oh, we had a chain here to make sure it's locked, and then you have to come through here, and this was. Then they showed the door. If he kicked in the door, you could tell if the door was kicked in. The door was not kicked in because the frame would be off the door.
Right.
Okay. So if there was only the bottom lock, oh, now he's a lock pick. You know how to pick locks.
okay.
Right. He tampered with the lock. But on let me say one thing on the chain on the side of a manual garage door, you have a chain lock that if you don't want to lock it by key, you can hold the lock. It actually you hold or pull the chain from the inside. You don't need a key. You pull the chain and then shut it back. That's what he means by the chain. Okay, it's not like you go get a chain and you know, rig it up. It's a chain that goes on there that you can lock it manually, and it in a hole, and it's actually almost like a deadbolt. It's the same thing that your key does, but you just do it manually by pulling the chain, and it locks the door from the inside.
So what he's saying is it wasn't locked.
He said that's how they lock the garage now, by the chain. And that's like a deadbolt. That's almost like if you try to get in my garage, I lock my garage by the chain. I don't lock it with the key. I pull the chain from the inside and I'll lock it. Sometimes you can just shut the door and that chain will just go and lock it down.
SP, do you have that video of him showing the route of the kidnapper?
Yeah.
Can we watch that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Color, you want to stay on, or what do you want to do?
Yes, I will stay on. Go ahead.
Okay. We're finna show it right now. I want to make sure everybody get time to, if that's on the panel, to talk. So I'm going to hand you guys this after I show this, okay? I just wanted everybody to know what that chain does. Man, let me see, where is it at? Here we go.
The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use a chain now to lock it up. And that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or tampered with, if you would call it. And he made his way through here while we were all asleep. Quiet, I guess. I don't know why nobody heard him around here. And then Indy here. This is where the boys slept. This is where they were sleeping that night. They slept in the bed. He just came in, just stood over him, just watched him. The cameras are here, directly at the crib, watching. They just picked him up, took him back that way, carried him, just like carried him. Brought him back this way and just took him back out that way. And from there,
wow.
That's a whole maze that you would have had to walk through.
to go through.
One thing that stuck out to me about that is that he said this is the room they slept in that night, like they sleep somewhere else normally. That sticks out to me.
Right.
So why that night were they in there? Because that sticks out to me as well.
Exactly. So did they put them there for a purpose? But then I see some people in the chat saying that, well, maybe, some people have a hard time believing that a black boy killed a white boy. And so maybe he's just guilty.
Hmm?
Yeah, I seen that earlier in the chat that people are saying maybe he just did it and people need to quit tripping.
Yeah, and I also, Snugs, that curtain wasn't back like it was when he was showing them. It was not back.
Also, when he was first standing at the garage, when he was explaining about the chain, I want to say to us it looked like his left ear. I could not tell, but I thought maybe he had an earring, but not in the right one. I don't know if that would be very hard to see in the video. But I agree with someone in the chat that said it was kind of like he was, like, I understand you might have watched the baby monitor video, but how do you know it that well to basically, like, retrace the steps? Like, oh, it was here and then here and went out this, like, how do you, the baby monitor didn't monitor them walking out the garage door with a child. So how do you know that? Tracy, I guess I'm entertaining Tracy at least.
No, I don't know.
That's a good point.
I want to know that too. How would he know? I wondered if they had other cameras because they're saying that was a baby monitor. So how would he know the exact route?
The way, look, that the child's room that they slept in that night, it was not kept up, right? And we can all agree that neither was the rest of the house. But the way that where he said the baby monitor would have been stationed, that was completely clear of any clutter. There wasn't a toy, there wasn't a stuffed animal, there wasn't a trophy, there wasn't a Matchbox car, there wasn't diddly squat. And then you go through the rest of the house and all of a sudden we expect in the hubbub and all this mess and a half that there's supposed to be other cameras there. And I don't mean to be sassafras, as I call it, to make this go viral. I don't know. I'm calling fish on this whole situation. Right. I don't know why or for what reason, but this is not right.
Did Cameron say that they had did Cameron say that they had cameras all over the house?
Yes, he did.
He did.
I don't know where he said it. I didn't hear that.
He said it when he was speaking to Daily News, Daily Mail, whoever that was that did the interview with him.
Right.
Oh, who
he said that there were cameras all over the house.
Right.
The other thing I did want to bring up is I see a lot of people trying to blame DB's mom for not doing anything because he had these prior events and feeling like she should have done more to make sure that her son wasn't able to go out and hurt someone. And if anyone knows or is familiar with mental health in Texas, Texas followed California, who followed New York under what is called the Coffelt Plan, which means that they closed all the mental institutions in those states and they mainstreamed individuals to group homes or their own home. So there may not have been any resources for the mother other than the ones that he was actually getting.
Right, not a lot of support.
Right. Because I see a lot of people trying to blame the mother, and you don't know that they've changed mental health a lot in the last 10 to 15 years, and the resources are very sparse, and it's very hard to get them.
And I don't even believe a lot of insurance covers that. And if it doesn't, it's very expensive. If his mother sought that out on her own.
Right. The only facilities that they really have now are for the criminally insane. To institutionalize them, and until they had determined that he had done enough illegal things, he would not have fit that bill.
Okay, we got China back in here, and we've got making this go viral TV in the house.
My freaking StreamYard keep on freezing up on me. But a couple people asked if you could play the video again, SP. I don't know if you want to.
Okay, which one is it?
The last one that you just played. And didn't he show the lock at the beginning? Do you have the very beginning where he showed the lock of the garage and he said it didn't work?
He does not show the lock of the garage. He just shows where he's got his hand up saying the garage is broke.
Oh, okay.
That I know. What is it, Naomi?
No, there is a picture that he shows the lock and he said, wait, I wrote it down. How he tried to make it seem like first he says, okay, yeah, the door was kicked in, and then he says, no, or tampered with what he says, but he shows it, and then there's a picture where you can actually see, like, when you're trying to get into a door, maybe you can't get into it, so you'll take a knife and like try to push the part that goes in over. That's what it looks like, and that whole little area is off. So it doesn't look like nobody kicked that door in to open it. And you cannot kick a door in like that to open it if the frame is not gone. It looks like somebody took a knife and was like trying to pry it open, and that's why all that little area is gone. And then at the top where the deadbolt is, that looks like it been picked up. Right. And then he tries to say, well, yeah, where he kicked it in, or, it was tampered with, and then he's like, or whatever, like he kind of leaves it kind of vague out there.
Okay.
To not give himself away, if you ask me. Right. And if it does, I mean, are you showing up with a butter knife to someone else's home to make it look like you or something has been done to the door, or are you going back to a kitchen with a utensil drawer that you know where to locate all of the materials?
You get up. It's the thing that goes on there that you can lock it manually.
Hello, ladies.
Hold on. I can't hear. There's like 3 people speaking.
That's why I said hello, ladies.
We have, what is that? Just Star in the building, and we have Kimberly Smith.
Hey.
We've got LaKendra in the house, and we've got Margot on the phone. Okay, you guys, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say something real quick. I was putting from the inside. I was putting information. Okay, I put information in for China to read. I don't know if you saw it or not.
You said that's how they locked the garage. Now,
okay. What I was saying is with the garage door, how it's done like that.
And that's like a deadbolt.
Right.
That's almost like
but everybody needs to mute their things because we got to give respect to the person that's speaking.
I don't like it with the key. I'll pull the chain.
Which one is speaking? Is that J Star?
Can everybody mute except for who's talking? Because it's cramming up over everybody. I can't hear. I'm sorry.
Okay. Who's speaking?
Okay.
Chain to just go and lock it down.
Do you have that video of him showing the route of the kit?
Okay. Make sure you guys is
Can we watch?
yes. I'll do it now.
The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use a chain now to lock it up. And that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or
SP.
tampered with,
SP.
if you would call it. And
Can you hear me?
made its way through here.
Okay. We're finished showing now. Okay. What's that? Who's speaking?
Just Star. I was gonna
Yes,
ask you when the kitchen door, when
I
he
want to make
showed.
sure everybody get time to, if that's on the panel.
I think
to
that's
talk.
coming from you, J Star.
So I'm going to.
You're the
You
only
got-
one that's not muted.
They start pause her other
Device.
because going over and it's a little bit confusing.
I just wanted everybody.
I'm
to
only
know
on
that
my
changed.
computer, so let me see.
Are you on your computer and your phone?
No, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my computer.
Let me see where it's
Well, how are you talking to us? Yes.
I'm talking to you on my computer through my.
Okay.
Okay, so turn down your computer.
Okay.
So we can hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All I was saying is you can't kick out a door that you open from the inside. When he opened up the door, it wasn't kicked from the proper way. So therefore, how did you kick yourself into the house when you can't kick the door in that way? That's all I was trying to say. My second thing is that when Carter got back in the bed, his pants were soiled. And when he got in that bed, play it again, take a look. When he got in the bed, where his rectal area it was a black and white picture and it was dark. So you know which I'm talking about, where he climbs into bed, he kicks his brother a few times. That's when his brother moves, but his brother's not moving. And when people are saying, where was Carter when all this was happening to Cash? And my thought is, he's in a house full of pedophiles. He was being molested somewhere else, and they did what they did, put the boy back in the bed. And then when his brother came back in the bed, he already knew something was wrong. This is just my opinion. So when they sent the brother in, I forgot the brother with the dreads, what they said was, can you please go in there and check on Carter, because check on the twins. And then he goes in and be like, oh, well, and then he goes back to tell them that Carter was in there. He probably was listening like, okay, then he had to take a closer look to see which twin it was. But my whole thing it's the brother, the sister, and the other brother, for the simple fact that when a person gets raped or molested and they don't deal with those traumas, they no longer be the victim, they are now the victimizer. So that's all I'm saying, is that it was a plan from the beginning. They did that Cameron dude did not want those boys there because he never got the love from his mama that she was trying to show those little boys. Thank you all. Peace and blessings. And I'm going to get back into the little audience. I love y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to hear, we've got Kim in the building. We have not heard from her. What's going on, Kim?
I just wasn't sure if you were aware of the meeting that they had last night.
Yes. You want to tell us about it?
Well, they apparently, most of it had to do with them talking about safety stuff, but they apparently said that they didn't have any charges that they planned to file, that they cleared that whole family from that home. And that
they said what? They cleared the family?
Yes. That as far as the Dallas police were concerned, that they cleared the family.
They cleared the family.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Who said that? Who said they cleared the family?
The police. Whoever the officer was that was speaking there said that they cleared the family, that as far as they were concerned, that they think that Darian was the only person that was involved, that they have video footage from numerous cameras throughout the neighborhood or neighborhoods, whatever, however those are connected, and that the footage that they have tells them how everything went down.
Was you were there, Kimberly?
Oh no, I wasn't there. I live in Kentucky.
Okay.
But that's somebody else that was there, like that lives there and used to be a neighbor of Darian's. She told during another live that I watched last night, she went, repeated everything that was said at the meeting, because they wouldn't allow like people to record in there, but she was there because she lives in that area. So she was able to go to that meeting, and she just kind of gave a play-by-play of what information was given that was something that would be useful to all these people that are waiting to be updated on, what they have.
Okay. So yes, Marina, we do know about the town meeting. I did know about it, but as far as what was said in the meeting, it actually is on the news, you guys. The jogger that found, or the person that morning that found the baby, was at that meeting also, and she spoke. So yes, Marina, we already know about the meeting, but we didn't know if there was any information that was sent out. The news did not speak on that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the information that she passed along, that they said. I mean, I guess, other people commented and said, well, just because the police cleared them doesn't mean maybe the FBI, the FBI didn't make any comment saying they had cleared any certain person. They said that she said that they said they still possibly have 2 to 3 weeks to wait for forensic evidence to come back to say for certain, what other charges they may file against.
Because Darian went to court this morning, right? He went to court this morning, and his bond is 1.5,750,000 on the kidnapping, 750,000 on the burglary, but they still did not charge him with anything this morning.
He went to court they filed something to get an investigative person to help his defense. Like to get somebody to work with the defense that can investigate things, I guess, so that I'm not real sure what exactly they do, but that's what it said in the court papers that I saw. Something about an investigative person to help the defense, help his lawyer.
Right. We got Val Fitzpatrick. She just gave a donation of $20. Thank you for the super chat. This is so disturbing, she says. Love the discussion at SP News Nuggets. Everyone in the chat is blogging the mind. You guys. Lakendra, we haven't heard from you yet. What's going on?
I was just checking in. I have seen the picture with him and the hammer. I said I was gonna send it to you, so it is a picture.
Okay.
It doesn't really show what he's hitting, because you see him, the hammer, and he's like have a motion of like swinging it. But far as what he was hitting, that picture don't show what he was hitting. So I did find that picture. So it is a picture going around. And then I'm sure you probably seen the one where he walked through the alley to the back gate and stood there for a little while and walked back out. That was the same alley you turned behind a house that day and went down. Yeah, so
SP
I
real
did
quick.
see that.
What's your
I'm
number?
just like, I'm confused because it just seemed like they have not cleared that family. That is no way logical right now. How can you kick in a door, especially if you kicked it, everybody gonna hear it. So he shouldn't even say, oh, they kicked it or they broke it. No. And after seeing the walkthrough of how the layout was to go where they were, nobody would put their babies back there. That's too far away from everybody in the house. So all of that is very confusing. I don't even think that's where they originally was. I'm not sure if, like, he looked at kind of stiff to me when he picked up that baby. That baby looked a little stiff to me, to where was he dead already? But I wouldn't say that, because I'm not sure. But all the dogs, and normally if you pick up a kid, the dog gonna bark. My dog do that when we grab our own kids. He not gonna bite, but he gonna bark. So it's a lot of inconsistency. Once you tell me, oh, I don't know them people, then we find out you know them. I come back if I'm the investigator. Now I got you in a corner. Now you got to tell me, oh, I do know those people. Okay. Oh, but I don't know them like that. Now I come back. Well, we got this evidence. Oh, yeah, they was at my house. All of that is inconsistency. So I don't think the police then just turned this case saying they're not suspects. They're suspects. Believe that. But it is a picture because I just have to go back. My phone I had, it's messed up halfway. That's why I sent it to you. But I'll send you that picture with the hammer. It doesn't show you what he's about to smash because it's like the end. You see the hammer up. He's about to swing it to something, but it is him with a hammer. So I did see that photo.
Okay.
I also I did read an article that was released by after that meeting that talks about somebody in the neighborhood talking about reporting something that he did probably about a month before he kidnapped Cash, apparently, or was accused of kidnapping him. And they released the footage of that, and the shoes that he has. The weird thing about it was the shoes that he has on in that video are the same shoes that are in the first part of the kidnapping video. So whoever that is at that car trying to break into the car is wearing the same shoes as the person that picked him up out of the bed. They are the exact same shoes.
Okay.
And that's where they I'm trying to think, that may be where they made some comments about, it says something about the murder charge may be on the way. But I thought that they said something in that article about not anticipating any charges against anyone else, but I'm skimming through it real quick. But
someone's asking if they think that if they believe he did all this, why do he have a bond?
No, that part I'm not real sure why. I like I said, I don't necessarily agree with the information that they're releasing, because I just don't see how he could have done all that by himself.
Right.
And things don't match up.
Right.
And also, I think he have that bond. SP is because, like, what the charges is now, that's why the bond is so high. Once they come with murder, then it will be no bond, until that murder charge go on there, then it's no bond. But they made it high enough so that he can't pay to get out on whatever charges they got him on.
Exactly. I mean, ain't nobody gonna give them $150,000 cash. I mean, that's what you need. For everybody, I want to thank Kay Bless. I missed this super chat she gave. She says somebody else was in that window. Lights keep flashing. Neighbors were saying DB was there a lot and staying at that night. Staying the night.
This sounds like the Cal City boys' whole case.
But he couldn't have stayed the night if he had an ankle bracelet on. Wouldn't they be able to tell where he was at?
And if his mother said he was home,
right?
I mean, she could have not known. Maybe he left his house. But I just was thinking of the Cal City boys when someone's comment. I apologize, I do not know how to pronounce their name. Aphetariaceae. Oh, that's probably so terribly wrong. But this family member said, they do not leave the body. This is so horrible to me, the little body in the middle of the street, almost like something went wrong. And it made me think of the California City Boys case, because there was the theories, ideas out there that I believe it was the youngest brother who was taking the brunt of some alleged abuse, so was theorized, and his brother was defending or sticking up for him and something like that. So say something that night happened to Carter, like the woman who called in and blew all of our minds and then bounced out real quick.
Yeah, and everybody's got to remember, everybody has an opinion, and we don't know, and that's hearsay.
Absolutely.
And so we take it with a grain of salt. We're glad that she shared it with us, but until we can, get confirmation, it is just what it is. It's just we're all trying to get, and it could be everything what she's saying is true. I'm not down it. I'm just saying until we get confirmation, just that's what it is. But I don't see why she would come in here and tell someone.
No, and it does seem likely. I mean, I have a sibling.
It's very likely.
Out there who have a sibling, would, let alone a twin.
And if they did do that today, it would have been a press conference.
Oh, I thought, if that was said,
it would have been a press conference.
Here's the thing. Normally, police don't let something like that slip out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can't, because what if they're wrong and you done went into a neighborhood meeting talking about, oh, we got who we want and we done cleared them. If you done cleared them, then we might as well just go sit down and hang it up, because you got who you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if they're cleared, let us all know. Don't go to the town meeting and just tell them without telling. The news would have covered that. I'm pretty sure somebody would have went out. So I'm just saying, we don't know. She heard it somewhere else.
Yeah, I heard it from a person who was supposedly there, and I'm just passing on what I've heard. I don't know if that's accurate or not accurate. And yes, I do agree that if the police feel that way, they should let the public know, because the public, all these people all over are concerned about this situation and want to see this little boy get justice for what happened to him. I don't necessarily, I can't 100% say that what she said is accurate.
Right, because I I seen the meeting. They did have it on the news. Nothing of that nature was spoke of. Like I was telling when Marina said, SP, you didn't know about it. I was like, you know what? I'm all over this case. Yeah, I did know about it, but I didn't hear nothing like that. All I heard was the only thing that the news covered that was like the earth shaking of the event, which is the big kahuna, was the lady that found cash. She was there at the meeting and she spoke. That was the biggest thing of the whole meeting. She was there and she spoke. Other than that, nothing else was earth shaking to even talk about.
Yeah, I saw that part where she was talking, but I did watch a video of that, but there was some, and I can't find the article now, but there was an article that was released by that news station that kind of detailed some of what they talked about in the meeting. And I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it at this moment. So,
but you know, like when you do go to those meetings of that nature, you're not there, you miss a lot too. You know,
right.
People talk amongst each other, and it's like, you know, something may get out.
True. She wanted to record, but she said that she wasn't able to, I guess, because they didn't want people. They didn't want people recording theirs, what she said. So
the young man that spoke to us when I was down there, I just found his phone number. I'm gonna give him a call because I'm pretty sure he was there, and see what's going on. He spoke to me, and I just found it. I just found his phone number this morning. So, like I said, I had plans to go, but I wanted to have that interview, and I have not been able to confirm it.
Yeah.
I got you. What's up?
In the chat, Snuds is asking.
Say what?
Just look at everything exactly the same. All.
Hold on, somebody needs to go on mute.
If you can show the pictures of Cameron and his kids again, and his son again, so that I guess someone's asking, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Snuds, how he was holding him to try to compare the way he was holding that child to compare to how Cash was being held.
Which picture are you talking about?
I said which picture, and they're just like, I guess within the lineup of pictures you were showing of Cameron and his child.
I believe it was the one where it was wishing Cameron Happy Father's Day.
Oh, that was on my phone. Let me see. I don't even know if I can download. I can probably download that picture. Oh, it was on this phone.
Carrying the baby to see if it's similar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me see. You know, I don't know. You want me to see if I can download the picture?
Yes.
Okay. Let me send it over. Okay. Let me do this. We're gonna watch this one more time, you guys. Let me go to a commercial real quick before we do that. Make sure you guys, if you're new in the building, we just got it in. Please subscribe to our Hold Your Power. It's a new channel coming up. It's a motivational channel. We're trying to get them up in where they need to be. They're going to have a giveaway come June the 10th. She is giving away, let me see what else she's giving away. She's giving away 4 $25 gift certificates, 7 Hold Your Power shirts, 4 Hold Your Power cups, 1 $50 gift certificate. And the big prize is this one particular person will win a $50 gift certificate, a $25 gift certificate, a cup, and a Hold Your Power shirt. We are also contributing a coach purse It is genuine. It is worth $250. And then the pink zebra air freshener that has the wall hug with it in your fingernail polish thing. We're going to do this giveaway June the 10th. I will be doing the drawing, so go over there. If you subscribe to the channel, just put in the comment section, SP sent me. You will be qualified for this drawing comes June the 10th. If you bring anybody over there, let her know so your name can be in there the second time, third time, fourth time, how many ever people you put in there that subscribe. That's how many times your name can be in this drawing. Okay, you guys? Just letting you guys know.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Okay. Does somebody need to see something? Let me see who just joined us. Lakendra's back in the house. Did Naomi go? I don't know.
Sorry. I had to charge my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think it did download the picture. If the screen go black, nobody leaves because I don't know how to hold the screen without trying to get it when I'm.
Well, I hope all you ladies is having a happy Tuesday.
I am. I hope you are as well.
Yes, thank you. Make this go viral. We haven't heard from you in a little while. Do you have any other thoughts that maybe you would like to mention?
Well, one of my thoughts is I need to watch the video and like probably 20 more times individually because you literally have to watch every step by step that what you're looking for because I don't see a lot of stuff that people are saying.
Yeah, I never heard all the things that they were saying that they heard him saying in the back. I never heard it. I heard some talking, but I couldn't make it out.
Me either.
Yeah.
That earlier, I was like, hey, I heard like a little bit. I think he said, what did he say? I want to say like something about him being like, that's kind of weird or crazy, something. But all the words that they were saying, I didn't hear that. And I put headphones in, I turned it up, I tried to twerk it. I was like, I didn't hear that conversation. Who put that together?
I didn't see a knife either.
No.
Either. I didn't see
I mean, I heard them talking, but I can't make out what is being said.
Oh.
And then you kind of see his hand like this, but I don't see anything in it. And I'm not going to go off what people are saying. I have to see it for myself, hear it for myself. And when I say stuff, I will say, okay, I heard it from here. But if I know it, I'll say, I know for a fact, and I know it's from a credible source before I say anything like that. Yes, love.
And a lot of times if people tell you they heard it and you go back and listen, then just our minds will make us think we heard what they heard, but that's not necessarily what is being said.
So that's why first was telling me, oh no, it's two different people, I went off of what I first seen. But once I in the other live and I was like, okay, wait, when he turns and walks, I said no.
So
That don't look like him.
what was your initial when you first seen? Did you think that was Darian or no?
When I very, very first looked at it, I thought it was the same person because I didn't have that in my mind.
Okay.
Once I started to look at it and look at it and look at it, I was like, wait, hold on. This does not look like the same person.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I can't just go off of what everyone's saying, you know? I have to figure it out for myself before I form an opinion. And once other people say something, a lot of people just jump on that bandwagon. I can't do that because I don't see what you're seeing. Now, if I do it myself, like the other day when we did the long live, I kept, as I'm talking to you guys, I kept going over it back and forth, and I'm going from the black and white to the color, black and white to the color. And that one split second that SP brought up, where, you know, someone sent her a picture and you can see the exact moment I was talking about. So whoever did that, thumbs up. As soon as he turns, but the Daily Mail sign is in the way. So when he turns like that, it did not look like Darian. I'm gonna say for sure, I know it's Cameron, but I do not feel like it was Darian. And she has other boys in the house. They're all teenagers. So who's to say it couldn't be one of them? We don't know what little boys in this house. That's a family. They just went there in March. How quick is that? You know what I'm saying? It's been really quick. So for so comfortable with leaving those children there, yeah, you may have talked to her on the phone, but you don't feel that leaving your children with anyone.
I still want to know the arrangement.
That mask up
I can't hear.
and come back no mask. That just don't make sense. I ain't never heard of that. You gonna mask up, come back with no mask?
Right.
And also what really puzzles me to make me think this boy didn't do this is because any killer, I'm gonna leave you in the woods. For him to be in the street, that tells me automatically they wanted him found and right away. So we ain't gotta wait on this. He need to be found maybe before CPS come. You know they come today, or we needed something. I would have left you in the woods.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
And then the other thing that startles me is that the baby was found before they reported him missing.
Right.
But one thing again about Pepper is, okay, you know, he was in Houston and then he came out here to visit Monica, right? So he's visiting Monica. It's from March. He was talking to her. He said, at the ending of February, beginning of March. So the kids are there from March until now when this incident happened. So he said the reason why he left was because of the warrants, but he went back to Houston to where he was trying to get a job and, you know, get himself situated. But my thing is the bio mom is in Houston. So could it be that he was trying to rekindle everything back? Because do you hear how he's hurt and he's like telling her, I'm sorry. I know if I didn't do this, that, you know, this wouldn't have happened. Do you think that he was leaving Monica and was trying to go back and fix his family and fix his situation to where he could be okay and get back with his bio mom? Do you think that Monica knew this and that's why she was so enraged trying to get a hold of him and all that type of stuff? She couldn't get a hold of him, so she's like, okay, I'm gonna get your attention right now.
That was the statement I said earlier when we found out, you know, about all of the things that had happened previously, or, you know, of how the first husband supposedly or tried to commit suicide or something, is that she possibly had something to do with it. And like you say, maybe found out he was trying to get back, or maybe even asked him to leave the kids, you know, so that he'll have a reason to come back.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys, hold on. I've got two people on the phone right now. Go ahead, Black Sugar, and then I got what was your name? Ely?
LA.
Okay, so Black Sugar, go ahead.
Okay, I want to go back to the timeline, you guys. Give me the timeline one more time. When did they first that camera when he first went into the house? What time was that?
4:58.
First picked up the boy. 4:58. When did he come back the next time?
They didn't say that time.
When he went back in there the second time in the daytime, what time was that?
They didn't give us that time.
Could it possibly be that that was 2 different days?
Do anybody know anything different than, is there anybody know any Naomi?
Well, what I seen was it was like around 7:30ish, in the earlier 7 a.m.ish.
No, remember, they did not wake up until 10.
No. She's asking when did Darian come back in that morning? To get Carter.
There's a time.
Oh, to get Carter?
Right. Didn't they say it was like 7-ish, 7:30ish? The daytime camera.
I did remember hearing 7 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7.
Close, like 7:15, 7:30ish.
Time was 5 in the morning.
Yeah, at 4:58.
4:58.
Mm-hmm.
And the next, where did this boy live at? Because he had to go home because that monitor wasn't on the first time.
He lives.
He would have had to go home, check in with that monitor. That monitor will tell it all. Because if he had the monitor on or took it off, that monitor will pick it up.
Right.
But I find strange anyway. Things saying like 7-ish, but then I also seen his body was found at 6:40 a.m. So how could he have been there at 7-ish if his body was found at 6:40 a.m.?
Exactly. That's why I said two different days.
Well, it takes 13. That's what I told you guys earlier when we first started this conversation. The timeline, he was seen there at 4:58. He had to go to the woods, do the assault, do the stabbing, and then go.
Ain't no time yet, Steve.
Well, I know, I know this, and then go home, change clothes, put back on the monitor, make it back over to the house. Got to dump the body the body was found at 6:40. It takes 13 minutes. If he's walking, it takes 13 minutes. If he's driving, it takes 3 minutes.
So then who helped him do this murder?
And where are his bloody clothes at?
Well, they were taking a lot of sacks out of that wooded area. And if you guys go back on the video where I was showing you where the woods was at, I should have went on through there. That's what I should have went.
And why change clothes if you're going back to get the other child and you're supposed to be mentally unstable? So how you thinking about all these tracing your steps, but you're so mental, you change clothes to go back to get the other child? That doesn't make sense.
Somebody was with him. If he did it, somebody was with him. This boy did not do this by himself.
Right.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think something just went crazily wrong for that boy to end up in the street.
Yeah, probably so.
Unless he got scared and pulled and took the boy to the street himself.
See, because that's what I don't understand. If you commit a
I
murder,
just think that
if you commit a murder, you do it okay, you do it in the woods.
Just-
Maybe it would have been.
I'm leaving him in the woods.
Why would you bring him to the street?
exactly.
Moving.
I know what killer want to be caught. Come on now.
And then Darian was not picked up and charged until 10 p.m. that night.
Oh, okay. They try to make it seem like it was in the morning. Okay, at nighttime.
No, they picked him up 10 p.m. that night.
I would also.
I believe Darian was a part of that family anyway.
I believe that.
Friends with that family, he knew that house. If he moved that baby maneuver through that junk,
yeah,
he knew how to do it.
And did you guys?
That house several times.
We were looking at the house when Cameron was showing us how to go through the house. But did you guys not see that once he left the house, you got a lawnmower there, you got the fence there, you got the car there. So you're still maneuvering just to even get out the yard. In the dark.
Baby on your way out, and you carrying a baby on your way out.
And
you carrying a baby not close to your body. You carrying a baby openly away from your body.
Right.
How are you able to open up the door, carry the baby out, open up the garage door, and get out, go to the woods without nobody in that house hearing or saying anything?
And then do you hear when he's doing it and he does the go in, come out, and then he goes like going out, and then and I guess he went through here, and then he laughs. What was that about?
Right. I don't know.
Because he was listening.
Yeah, he had to control himself from busting out in laughter.
He had to know the direction of that boy when we came out the house. If he didn't take it out himself, if it wasn't him himself.
Right. I'm sorry the other caller hung up. I'm sorry it's taking so long.
I'm so sorry.
We have to give everybody.
I'll get off.
No, they hung up. They hung up. But I know.
Was that LA?
Yeah, that was LA. I want LA to call back in.
Please, LA, can you call back in? Because you were trying to talk last time. We're not ignoring you, promise.
I would like to point out, while I have a chance, I don't mean to monopolize the conversation either. My brain is just going. Historically speaking, in terms of true crime, I am an avid, as weird as it is. Oh, thank you, you thirsty partner. A stabbing is historically a very personal crime. Whoever they are, say that you know the person in which you stab.
Mm-hmm.
It's messy, you know what I mean? You gotta get close to the body, it's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get up close.
Yes,
that many times is anger. There's anger in it.
Yes, it's not in rage.
Yeah. Now, if you didn't know the person,
maybe like one to in a lethal place, like to the chest, to the head, by a major organ, to just like a one and done, like get away from me or what have you. I don't believe it would be a repeated attack. And there was one other point. Of course.
Well, even though that, stabbing is personal, when you are schizophrenic or you're in a delusional state or on those psychedelic drugs or whatever, you can imagine whatever, and so it takes it to a different level. Like, it can still be done. It don't have to be personal, because whatever they're seeing is reality to them.
Right.
Yeah, because some people can't afford a gun or have access to a gun, so that's the only access you got is a knife.
Or also,
you got to remember, just like the young lady said, she took her two babies out, but she heard voices. She heard this or such, and so she did whatever she did.
They're psychotic.
Yeah. And
he would have to be psychotic for this to happen.
Right. And is he psychotic? Ellie came on the panel. She said, "I'm done with y'all. I'm coming up there." Hey, Ellie, LA.
Welcome.
She's trying to get in there.
Hi, sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to work this, but it's my first time on StreamYard or anybody's live, so.
Are you okay?
I'm a little nervous talking, but I wanted to say, I think there's a lot more that Monica's involved with that she's not, she's trying to hide, but there was so many inconsistencies in her interview. And the fact that she's saying, she woke up at 10 or 11, and then she wants to turn it back on Cash, saying he's the one that normally wakes her up. Then she starts mentioning how, she has this perfect daily schedule for these kids. She wakes up at, 6, I don't know what time, but she wakes up super early to make breakfast, to get them showered, to sit down and do their ABCs and their colors, and trying to paint a picture, obviously. And then, not to judge, but looking at her and the way she keeps her home, that's not that's obviously not right. So just right there, she loses all credibility and is making it obvious that she is trying to hide something. And, you know, same with her son. So I feel like they both had a bigger role in this. And how somebody said that Darian didn't have, like, he had a different kind of demeanor when he went in the morning. He wasn't, it didn't seem like he was there to really pick up Carter like whoever did the night before picking up Cash.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, who knows what happens when somebody's strung out on these drugs. I couldn't tell you, but, you know, I mean, they're, you know, they're not in their right mind. Maybe people say that you hallucinate. She probably blacks out. So, and the fact that, you know, he was just left in the street in the open like that is really, you know, like people have mentioned, something went wrong there. And I feel like she just has a bigger role if she didn't do it herself with Cameron, or, you know, and then just the fact that, you know, what a coincidence that the camera was placed in that specific spot and only there, nowhere else in the house. You know, it almost feels like they wanted that specific footage to be broadcasted, and only that, you know. And then the way that Cameron is giving the tour around the house, it's really telling that he, you know, they want to be in control of the narrative. And I think that is why the police are saying that they're not a suspect, just like everyone else. Taylor is not a suspect right now. What is his name? Trezell and his wife, they're not suspects, but that's what they're telling us, and that's what they're telling them, because they want some kind of slip up. You know, they want to collect more evidence. If they just throw them in jail off of speculation, it's going to be really hard to really prosecute them. So I think they're kind of just getting all their ducks in a row and trying to get everything, you know, as much evidence and a clear story before they go ahead and give us all the information.
Let me.
I think they all on drugs.
Right. Someone requested to see that.
All on drugs, including him.
Yeah, they are. Let me show the picture that you guys was requesting of Cameron holding this baby. Let me see if I can get it up here. Oh, it's not coming up. Why? Let me see something. It's not coming up.
It showed from your phone that Steve was pretty clear.
I know, but I'm wondering why it's not showing up on the thing. It shows up behind. I'm looking at the screen. It's showing up behind, but it's not showing up front. And maybe I'm thinking something, but I don't know what it is.
I'm reading the chat, and I don't know. I'm going to make myself very vulnerable here by being very real and honest. My mother passed from cancer when I was 12, and while she was here with us before her cancer diagnosis, she did struggle with mental health issues. I believe she was either, I was young, so I believe she was either some level ranging of bipolar disorder or paranoid schizophrenia. So I do want people in the chat to be mindful that there are people who do struggle with issues that do not act on their issues in a violent way. I just wanted to make that known. Thank you to everyone being kind to me in the chat. I just felt, I don't know, the compelled to say that. I'm not upset or by anybody, of course not. I didn't know about how these types of issues were perceived, and
I bet
someone cleared it up for me. So I would just like to do that to someone else, or for someone else, I should say.
Right.
I found the.
I think if Darren actually did it, what he did it for was because Monica. She put her hooks in him, got him all, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that to you. You talking about an 18-year-old boy, but I'm going to keep it real, ooh, wootsy, wootsy, woo. And now, oh, you want some more of that. What you want me to do? Like, if he did do it, you put some on him to set him up to go do it. And you see that a lot of times. But I just don't, just on his own, I'm going to kidnap the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You not mad at the kid, I don't think. If anybody, you'd be mad at Monica. You didn't go in there and slice her throat. So I just think, like, it's a lot of flunkies, and I won't say flunkies, but followers. And if you think, you know, like, oh, this person loved me, or oh, I'm going to do this and do that, you might go out and do something crazy for that person. So if he did actually do it, believe me, Monica's behind it. You got in that man's head. You already knew he was kind of there and not there, and you played him like that.
She was tweaking, and then he probably was popping pills as well, because Cameron looked like he popping pills and doing all kind of meth as well. So, you know, all of them probably was on some type of drug. And like you say, he was very impressionable. And if he's 18, she's grown her, he's giving her some type of incentive with sexually, then, you know, that was something. I do believe they used him to help in with the murder, but I just don't think he done it by himself. I just don't think he has a motive to do that. I do understand that the neighbors have been saying that he was going around and assaulting or threatening to harm other neighbors. I heard that, but I just don't think that he had a motive to go in there and to just kill Carter.
I mean, you could be a menace to society and go around bothering people's stuff and all of that. It's a whole thing when you're talking about kidnapping, killing. That's different.
Right.
Because just like I seen this man, I seen him on the picture with the hammer. That doesn't mean because you're looking at it outward, looking in, you're like, oh, see, he had the hammer. Yeah, they telling the truth. Right. We don't know that. Just because you had a cry out that day does not make you a killer. I know a lot of people that have mental illness and they haven't killed nobody. They're raising their children and all that.
I agree.
And
All you gotta do is stay on your medicine and stuff.
Right. And we know not everyone does, but to hurt someone and a child, I don't know. Do I think he could have been utilized in some others' malintentions or things gone wrong or trying to protect themselves and cover up, an awful situation?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I don't think it's the first time that this has ever happened in the world, and unfortunately, I don't believe it will be the last either, that people with struggles, whether they are cognitively impaired in some way or, dealing with a personal demon of mental health issues, I don't know.
I think it takes a lot to really kill a kid. We talking about a little bitty boy running around and should be at the playground. It takes a lot to kill a kid.
I think if
your mind gotta be off, your heart gotta be off.
Before this, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Huh?
I think if he I think if he did something like this, Darian, if he did this, then there should have been signs of mental health
Right.
like this before. Like, for instance, someone who does something like that has normally shows some signs of like killing cats or manipulating animals or something like that.
Right.
To that effect before the ultimate thing happens. So I'm wondering, if his mother said he has mental health issues, what does she have to back that up? Because he would have had signs way before this had happened that he had mental health issues.
Well, they're gonna make him take that psychology little test they give you got to fill out to see if you can stand trial and all of that stuff. So a lot of mental health is gonna come out, but more in a courtroom, we won't hear a lot of it because you're not supposed to speak nobody's mental health. I'm an LVN, so I already know HIPAA. Oh no, you can't talk about certain things. But I just don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Ladies, I did find that article that was released after that meeting. If anybody wants to be filled in on what the police officer said.
You want to read it to us?
Yes,
Yes,
I will.
please.
It's from the Dallas Morning News. I had to pay to get a subscription just so I could read it all. But anyway, it says, as far as what the police had to say, it starts out talking about the actual crime itself, what we all know about that part. And then it says Lieutenant Carrie Wise told more than 100 community residents who demanded answers Monday that police will bring a capital murder charge against Brown too once they get forensic evidence back in 2 to 3 weeks. Chief Eddie Garcia was also there to answer residents' questions. He said, "There is no doubt who took him. And as soon as I get the lab report back, there will be no doubt who killed him." Wise said during a community meeting hosted by City Council member Casey Thomas at the Park in the Woods Recreation Center. Police faced residents' questions about the case and their response times to 911 calls in the far southwest neighborhoods that border Duncanville. Officers heard calls for a substation and more patrol officers. Garcia said, "If we have to come back 20 times to take care of your problem, we're going to do it." He urged residents to continue calling 911 so the department has data to determine where it needs to devote more officers and other resources. He would not promise a substation would be put in place immediately, saying he didn't want to tell people what they wanted to hear if he couldn't deliver. Police would not say how Cash was killed or whether a murder weapon was recovered.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we can explain such an evil act, Wise said. "I'm sorry that you're scared. I'm sorry you're worried for your kids. I'm worried for mine." Talks about the video, what the video showed. Says police also sought to dispel rumors about the case. Brown is the only person police believe was responsible for the killing, Wise said, referring to incorrect speculation that a second person was involved. There were also rumors that Brown was wearing an ankle monitor, but they were wrong, Wise said. Brown was previously arrested on a charge of evading police, but he had been freed from jail on a personal recognizance bond, and an ankle monitor was not a condition of his release, she said. Brown knew the child's caregiver, Monica Sherrod, and her teenage son, Wise said.
Mm-hmm.
Brown broke into the house through a back door near the boys' bedroom, while the rest of the occupants of the house slept on the other side of the house, Wise said. Residents wanted to know how Cash and his brother ended up in the house without either of their biological parents, asked whether anyone else responsible for the kids faces charges related to Cash. Wise said no. The twins and their father had moved into the house months ago. Sherrod, who already lived there with her family, has said she and the Gernon, or however you pronounce his name, were dating, but she and the boys haven't seen him since March, when he suddenly left Cash and his brother with her. Wise said that though police have spoken to him, they do not know where he is. They said a man purporting to be him posted a more than 4-minute video on YouTube on Sunday talking about the boys. The video does not show him speaking. The audio overlays a slideshow of photos of him and his sons. Wise said she had seen the video but could not confirm that the voice is Gernon's. Says that he has 2 older daughters with Cash's mother, Melinda Seagroves. Seagrove's mother gained custody of them, the girls, in April 2018, according to court records in Montgomery County.
Well, they got 4 kids together.
Yes. And then it says residents and police were upset. Sherrod gave the home surveillance video to the Daily Mail and asked whether Sherrod could be arrested. Wise said she asked a Dallas County prosecutor what Sherrod could be charged with. Wise did not repeat what the prosecutor said, but Sherrod has not been arrested. Sherrod could not be reached for comment Tuesday. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for going to go get that. Where was that located at?
It was in the, hold on, I'm scrolling to the Dallas Morning News.
Okay.
I guess it's a
A
newspaper.
couple of things stuck out to me.
Did you
That
not
they-
hear that it said why or who? Once we find out who, I heard, I don't know. We need to read that again. But I
Yeah.
will on my own spare time, but yeah.
I can try to like copy the link, and I don't know how I would get it to any person to actually be able to read the full article.
Where did the article come from?
The Dallas Morning News.
Okay.
It made me buy a subscription. I just bought a subscription. They had a special. It was like 99 cents for 8 weeks. And of course, you have to cancel before that 8 weeks, or they're going to continue to charge you for it. Which
Oh, yeah. Well, cancel it.
I will. Don't worry. I just was saying, for anybody else who decided they wanted to try to purchase that subscription, I wanted them to be aware that they need to make sure they cancel it, or they're going to keep getting charged for it. But I spent the 99 cents so that I could read that full article.
Somebody
If
in
it
the
ain't
chat
free,
is saying
I'll
that
wait till it hit the news.
the article is free on Google News.
Is it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess I didn't explore deep enough to find that out.
You explored enough that we got it right now. So I'm happy, and I thank you for doing that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that does clear up some information about us thinking he had a ankle monitor on.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen back and forth with that. Some people would say he did, and then other people would say he didn't. So that's why I was like, I just keep hearing back and forth about everything.
Mhm.
Of
The
course.
other thing that stuck out was they said he entered through a door. I thought he entered through the garage.
Do they mean the door that they supposedly was apparently was kicked in, that we realized physics would not allow the door to be kicked in?
I think they said the back door. They entered through a back door, but didn't he say it was the garage, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, he said he came through the garage and then entered through the door.
So the kids sleep in the garage.
Went to the door.
I don't know if you want to read that
He went,
part,
through,
or
he went through the garage and through the door.
So the kids sleep in the garage.
No.
I'm
No,
looking
there's
to
a
see
room.
what it says.
The room is off of the garage.
Yeah, the room is off of the garage. It's right next to the garage. So when he came through the garage door. Then he has to go through another door to get
Kitchen,
into the
yeah.
house.
So how
But
do
the
you get through
article
that
didn't
door?
say
That door
that.
don't work either.
The article said he came through a door.
We
They
got
didn't mention the
two.
garage.
We looked
Unless
at
I
the
heard it
video
wrong.
We
about
got
5
two
times.
entryways, and we don't know how you got in.
Okay.
So the second door was broke.
Through a door into the kitchen, and then he turned and went into that boy's house.
We're gonna let Cameron. We got Dre in the building. Thank you. Coming in here. We're gonna look at the
Hi,
video.
Dre.
Hi, ladies. How are you guys?
Hello.
Hi.
The door is broke right here, as you can see. It doesn't have a latch on it, so we use a chain now to lock it up. And that's where he came in. He lifted the door up, and right here, as you can see, it's been kicked in or tampered with, if you would call it. And he made his way through here while we were all asleep. Quiet, I guess. I don't know why nobody heard him around here. And then Indy here. This is where.
Now, everybody know the kids were not left in the garage.
Okay. And he came through the garage door, and he kicked in or tampered with another. He came through the garage door and the other door. So
Why do you emphasize?
Yeah, that's
Did
what
you
he said. But
see
the
right
article
where the
didn't say
gizmo
that.
was? It was like
Okay.
they made that look like that.
Right. Let's okay. Dre is new in the building. Dre, you have something on your mind? Because let me see, we've been on here a little bit long. We got 9 minutes. I want to hear something from everybody. But Dre, what's going on?
Hi. Yeah,
Hello.
so I just chimed in maybe like 20 minutes ago. So I don't know how much you guys have covered so far. But you guys all seen the video of which one was it? The one at nighttime when he actually took cash.
Yes.
So do you guys think that Cash had already passed away? Because if you see in the video, when his brother gets into bed, Cash doesn't move at all. Usually when somebody gets into the bed, you kind of move a little bit. But also when he picked Cash up, Cash was very stiff. Even his hands were still like together on his chest. His legs were stiff. His head was stiff. Usually when you pick up a baby when they're asleep, I have a 3-year-old son, so he's like really limp. It's just like heavy weight. So I was just thinking, maybe did he pass before the boy even took him out of the house?
Well,
I think
I don't know because rigor mortis sets in, and then he has to be already passed away, and then it has to relax. So then, if he was gone, if rigor mortis set in, he would have been stiff. He would have been stiff when he picked him up. Well, here's the thing with that: he wouldn't have been able. I mean, when he picked him up, it wasn't like it was a stiff pickup. His legs did fold a little bit as he got him out of the bed. So we know rigor mortis has not set in. If rigor mortis had already set in and then came back and relaxed, his head would have tilted one way or another when he picked him up. It wouldn't have been just straight up.
Right. Okay.
not only that, but he would not have been able to stab him after death.
I see.
And then the blood that was all
Right.
over him.
Exactly.
Do you think he was maybe sedated earlier that night? Because Carter, you could see him moving around a little bit in the crib when he's like just staring at Cash, and he looks over at Carter for a second and waits for him to like probably go to sleep or something, but he wasn't fully asleep. Then when he actually picked him up and started walking out, you see Carter kind of get up and look. So also the fact that he didn't find that alarming shows that he knew whoever it was very well to not feel like they were in danger.
Right.
That's why I said that boy, if he did do it, he had already been in that house several times, and that family knew him very well.
Yeah.
And the fact that they wanted to say at first that they didn't know him at all. Both Cameron and Monica were trying to make it seem like they didn't know him, and then it came out later on that they did know him. So that's why it does, in a way, make sense that it could be kind of a setup, or maybe they all three were in on it. But I definitely do believe that Monica and Cameron have something to do with it, because they're just trying so hard to hold their own narrative and, you know, put the blame on somebody else, you know, by making themselves seem like, you know, perfect people here, when obviously that's not what it is. So
Right. Well,
SP, when
yes.
you was there, did you get to talk to the neighbors, or like maybe a couple of doors down? Because okay, if the little boy said, "Oh, he went outside," first thing I'm gonna do is run outside, and I'm gonna go looking around. Once I see you on the sidewalk, I'm knocking to my neighbors. Hey, my baby is missing. Let's go. Did they hear anybody calling out for this baby?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Cameron did say that he ran through the neighborhood, so I'm wondering why he didn't find him. But can you guys kind of clarify the time, like the time certain things happen, from the time that, you know, it shows on the camera that he was that they took him that night, and then to the time they found him, and the time that supposedly Monica woke up and everyone started looking for him? Because then that seems like there's like a 5-hour or so gap in between, and I feel like maybe they were using that time to find some story that made sense to them to come up with, you know, because that's a long time, and that's late to wake up when you have 2 4-year-olds that you know, do all this stuff with in the morning, and it just,
That's what I understand that too. But like my kids, they independent. She know how to go in there, don't wake mama, and make her some Fruit Loops and cereal. So it's a lot of kids that do get up and do that, you know.
Okay.
I highly doubt that was on any type of time
I'm just being honest. Because mine have got up and made cereal on their own, and then I get it.
They found the body like at 7 something in the morning, right? And they would still sleep at home, right?
My daughter, the youngest one I have, is 7.
Okay, yeah.
7.
They can get up and make their own.
I have a 7, 13, and 16.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand that
I
part,
can't
but
hear you.
the mother,
It's breaking all up.
since you said like 7 o'clock, right? Or 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, she didn't get up until 10 o'clock.
do you know what time the footage was?
She didn't call until 10:48 a.m. She didn't call until 10:48.
Okay, but didn't y'all tell me that the body was found at like 7 something in the morning?
6:40.
Jogging?
They found the
6:40 in the morning.
6:40.
But then she called
In the morning, but they didn't call 911 till 7 till
And we gotta think about, I know, like how SP was saying, rigor mortis didn't set in yet, but there also is proof. They'll be able to see because it's a thing called lividity, and that's how the blood. If you carried him upside down or however you stabbed him, you picked him up and poured him to the street or whatever. Lividity will show you because it's gonna all go a certain way. So if y'all get a chance, you can look it up in a dictionary. It'll probably tell you. But you know, besides rigor mortis, they're gonna be able to see a whole lot. But the biggest thing for me, I would rather wait on a toxicology to come back because that's gonna tell us everything we need to know. So we gotta be patient because it does take up to 6 weeks.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, since they found the body earlier, you would think when they finally woke up around 10 and come outside to look, they would have seen police cars and ambulance. It was a whole crime scene going on. How come if it was a whole crime scene going on? If your child is missing, that's the first place you're running to see if that is your, because they take that crime scene up in those 2 or 3 hours.
It was 8 blocks away, okay? So
I was just going to ask for clarification.
I'm sure they heard.
Yeah, you will get in the car and go looking for your
I don't think I heard not because they didn't hear nobody knocking coming through their door.
Oh, yeah, they didn't hear anything. They
Okay, family, it is 8:30. I hope we did get something accomplished, you guys. If anybody,
SP,
yes,
I'll tell you one more thing. Is there a way like you can find out, did they do luminol in a house? Because once you clean up or anything going on, like any blood, if you had that tissue and it had blood, they would have came in and sprayed luminol. Like, I went to school for this. It's just at the time when I was done, I didn't want to do it. I had my first child and, but they'll come in with that. It's going to show everything you cleaned up if they did. And by it being blood in that toilet on the tissue and stuff, they should have came and did that.
And that's kind of weird how they found blood in the house, like in the bathroom. Like, did he go in there after taking the kid and then went into the bathroom?
No.
I had a theory that perhaps the blood belonged to Carter. Right, Tracy.
Why Carter? Why Carter?
There was someone who called a while ago, and she said that in the video when Carter's walking back to the crib to go, settle in and go to sleep, that the back of his pants or pajamas are soiled. Maybe something evil happened to him and he went to the restroom and I'm just saying.
Or you would have seen him in his dress or something.
God, so you're saying you think he could probably been?
I seen that too, because as soon as that baby walked in that room, he was like right there. So in my opinion, I already thought like, oh, molestation. Real quick, like, oh, he probably just molested him. Because after he get in the bed, you come too quick. Where was he coming from? That's what I wanted to know. Is he potty trained? Do he wear pull-ups? Do he go to the bathroom? All the small details are very critical.
And
we're gonna let you go, SP. We love you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna continue this tomorrow, and we're just gonna pick up from today. We're gonna continue this tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time.
We'll
open up the platform. If anybody wants to call in, you can call in. But I would like to keep the platform, and then the phone calls on maybe another day, and just do the platform. Unless somebody don't know how to do it, just text me and let me know.
Right.
But,
I don't know how to do the platform, but I'll probably.
okay, thank you.
Do it.
All right.
Well, all you ladies have a beautiful Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. God
Good
bless
night,
y'all.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
You guys have a good
everybody.
evening.
Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for all that you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know my kids go missing. I'm gonna call SP. Look.
Bye,
SP.
Bye.
Go to work.
Thank you, SP, for having me on the platform.
Thank you for coming. And Kimberly, thank you for getting that article for us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We love when you come with receipts.
Well, I just want this little boy to get the justice that he deserves, and I want the complete truth to come out. I don't want them to miss anything,
Right. Well, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, family, we're finna get off of here. I hope everybody enjoyed trying to get information. Not enjoyed like, woo, this is fun. It's not fun. But as far as getting content, getting new information, this is what it's all about. Getting together, getting around people, expressing yourself, what you believe, what you think. Then there's information that came out. We're glad that we got some receipts. We're looking over the videos. Okay, so it looks like something like the police really believe this. That still, I mean, it is what it is, you guys. I want you guys to think about some of this stuff. We're going to come back tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Central Time. You guys, make sure you come on in here and tell us what you're thinking about, because we want to get to the bottom. If I need to go back down there, let me know if you think I need to go back down there. I'll go back down there again. But here's the thing. I could be, because I got reservations for tomorrow, but this don't look so promising. Why go if you know who done what? So give me a text or something if you feel some kind of way or you know something, let me know, because I got until 7 o'clock to change my plans without getting have to pay for that. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. Make sure if you're not subscribed to Hold Your Power, they have sponsored this channel. Please go in there. We're trying to get that channel up to 400. You guys, we got 17 more to go. Go over there so you can be into the giveaway. She is giving away 4 $25 gift certificates, 7 Hold Your Power shirts, 4 Hold Your Power cups, a $50 gift certificate, and then the number one winner gets a $50 gift certificate, a $25 gift certificate, 1 cup, and a shirt. And you guys, we are giving away a Coach purse, the pink zebra, and the fingernail polish kit, which is you just wrap it around your hand. It's like finger wrap. And you guys, I'm going to do the drawing on June the 10th. So hurry up, get in there. Go to Hold Your Power. You'll see the description. You'll see the link in the description box down below.
Hold your power. Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed.